hold it very far from my face.
Ooh, I love that.
We live? Hello.
Hey guys.
What's up, peoples?
Here, I'll be fine. How
Welcome.
you doing?
This is our Wednesday Dungeons and Dragons game, Crit Chicks. Obviously, there's a theme going on here. Something about some saint that probably killed some people somewhere. Now he's the Catholic god of love. Anyway.
I thought we were celebrating that Roman festival where they all get naked and kill animals and then flog each other with their skin.
That's the one.
I mean, anyway, this is Dice Ministry. And this is, like I said before, this Wednesday night D&D show where I DM a lovely Dungeons and Dragons for these lovely ladies. That's amazing. Good lord. So,
If it twerks, it twerks.
before we hop into the game, a few quick announcements. First things first, going right to left here, we have some streamers with us, independent streamers.
Hang on. Hi guys. Okay, so make sure you check out Dice Ministry on Mondays for Mondays with the Ministry, hosted by Miss Danny. As well as check out her Twitch channel. It is at debug351. Also, we stream on Sundays for Natural One. If you guys want to check that out, that is at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sundays. And then obviously Crit Chicks, if you guys want to, come watch some ladies nerd out. And then I also stream. Stream schedule is kind of up in the air at the moment, just because I've got a lot of stuff going on. But I will for sure be streaming Friday evenings from around 7 to 10 p.m.
Cool. And then,
Like she said, debug351, same as my Instagram down below.
Yep.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, noon, I stream art, and then 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I do video games or whatever we're feeling like.
yes. And on top of that too, we have some crafty people on the channel. I'm really not one of them, but pass it off to...
Me?
I'm pointing at you, yeah.
Well, your finger's pointing. No. I can't tell who's pointing at because I can't see right now.
Okay. So, my Etsy shop is Dragon Sack, one word. I sell these wonderful dragon testicles to hold your dice in. They come in varying sizes. Yes.
There's a big,
That's a dragon egg, not a
big
dragon
mofo
sack.
over there.
And I'll pass off to Pinky.
Yay! So my Etsy shop is Geek Me Up Scotty, and I feel so blind, I'm sorry. I sell assorted random dice things, keychains, necklaces, randomness. So yeah, Geek Me Up Scotty.
Check her out, stuff's really cool.
We also have Melissa, who does elf ears and dice jewelry as well, the Chic Fae on Etsy. All of our shops right now, if you put in the coupon on at checkout, Dice Ministry, you get 10% off at checkout.
Nice.
Cool.
Yes.
Anything else?
A couple of special announcements. The biggest one at the moment, if you guys haven't heard of the Arizona Game Fair, this is really fucking weird, sorry guys.
Yeah.
Good idea, but
For pictures
later.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't heard of the Arizona Game Fair, then you need to go check them out at ArizonaGameFair.com. They are going to be hosting a convention in Mesa on March 29th, 30th, and 31st. Dice Ministry has been invited to play, so Len, the voice of God, and Nick will be DMing games on Friday and Saturday night. So come watch us all play. Come hang out with us. They do really awesome stuff. They have board games and they'll teach you how to play D&D if you've never tried it, so it's a good opportunity. Also, our past episodes will be up on YouTube shortly, so make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page so that you guys can get alerts when that comes out.
yeah.
Any other announcements? God?
God is all.
That is... Thanks, God. Alright. That being said, go ahead and jump to the next episode. So, last we saw our heroes. You had all been traveling via airship over Illuskan, London, which you all are currently in, and you were transporting the body of a fallen hero to his resting place across the sea, a good friend of yours named Azrael. En route, you stopped in the nation's capital of Oldenheim to restock, resupply, gain some additional escorts to fly alongside you on the journey over During your 3-day wait for them to show up, you guys made a new friend. You went and got one of your friends killed and resurrected, and then recovered an ancient black crown that was later grew to be able to control armies of undead. And that's going to be going with you guys to be buried alongside Azrael.
Maybe. Always the optimist over
Yes.
here.
What do you have up your sleeve?
That was the whole point of last episode.
You also went shopping.
The cornerstone of any great episode.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. And you met another one.
Oh.
An offspring of a fallen and a rising god. And after all of that, you stepped aboard the Hellcat, your transport, to awake to the sounds of these other 2 ships arriving to escort you along your way. And that is where we pick back up.
Alright.
So, at the very moment, you guys are sitting on the top deck of the Hellcat. The crew is kind of milling about the area. You see the 2 ships that are kind of like flanking above the Hellcat. One looks to be built for speed, one built for combat. They are both smaller and slower than the Hellcat, so it's going to reduce your speed a little bit in your travel, but not by too much. And you can see here these ships you're dealing with. One has multiple ballistas on it. One has a few, far less than the other 2. And it's the bigger one is named the Percheron, as you're told, and then the smaller one is the Typhoon.
How do you spell Percheron?
Percheron.
So where are the ballista on the ships? Is that the
Yeah, these
first-
little drawings.
Oh,
the
those.
lines and then the curve.
What's the
The Typhoon.
yeah.
Cool.
And is the Typhoon the combat ship?
It's the smaller
The
one.
Typhoon's the smaller fast ship. It's the speedy one.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Percheron is that big motherfucker, and then Typhoon is that guy. Alright, so you stand aboard the ship. The crew of the Hellcat is moving about, getting things ready to go. Zagal is at the helm. Is there anything you guys want to do in these few minutes before you guys depart?
I'm looking out onto the dock, the deck,
Uh-huh.
whatever, off the ship. I'm trying to find Marcus to see if I can see him.
Make a perception check.
Oh yeah. Where'd you go?
18.
Looking about. Don't see him. Not there.
But I'm gonna go below deck
Okay.
and pout.
Well, it's already doing that. Well, it's not pleased with being there, so it's going to be much of a time.
Okay.
It's not his evidence.
Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm just gonna go over to I didn't catch his name. The guy I talked to before that was setting up the ballista and teaching the little kid, and just be like, "Hey, so when's the first lesson starts?"
As he's just kind of standing next to the ballista, looking at a small crowd that's kind of gathered, looking at these 3 airships that are just kind of floating right by the shade district. You ask him that, and he's just like, I believe Zagal has a time for that once we're in the air over the ocean.
Lovely.
Yes.
What was her name, by the way?
Crody.
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 Karoti.
Hroddi.
Cool. Thank
Crody.
you. Because yeah, I would have said that wrong forever. And was the little one? Is that your son?
Yes, he is.
And what's his name?
He says his name is. It's over, and it's a little boy. He's got kind of like soft, delicate features, but the same blue eyes his dad has. He has a hood up. And he says, "This is Scoofy."
Goofy?
Scoofy.
Scoofy.
Oh,
Scoopy?
Spoofy.
Scoopy.
What's his name?
Spoofy.
The next character.
Right. Oh
These
my
are
God.
Norse names, guys.
That's wonderful. So I'm just gonna go over to Spoofy and just like crouch down in front of him and be like, "Do you think you can help me along with the classes?"
Looks at you and says, For the ballista? Absolutely, actually a few things.
Wonderful. How long have you been learning?
3-4 years.
So good. I know nothing, so you're gonna have to be patient.
I'll try.
Just hit me if I'm not doing good. It's fine.
Okay.
How old are you, by the way?
9.
9.
He's been learning for 4 years.
Yep. Yeah. So how many times have you flown on the ship?
On airships?
Yeah.
This will be my 4th or 5th time? 4th. I usually sail on ships, but
On the sea.
in the sea. Every now and again I get a job on an airship.
You sound much older than 9 years old.
Because I'm 33.
I
I can't talk like a 9-year-old.
know. No, I wasn't. I'm just like,
Oh.
you're talking about working and we were hired on, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay.
He's very mature.
Yes. It's been a working lad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I'm just gonna stay and just chit chat with them
Okay.
and kill time.
You sit and chit chat. Anything
Yeah.
else anybody else wants to do?
No.
I'm gonna go up to where the deal is. And I'm just gonna start talking to the captain.
You walk up and you see him. He's like getting things ready. There's a handful of levers that he's like
Oh, I'm
pulling.
watching. I am religiously watching to see exactly what he's doing.
Okay, make an intelligence check.
I actually brought the right dice this time too. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that is the wrong character. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you with that roll.
Okay.
You notice that he pulls one lever,
Uh,
and then you notice that these brackets that hold the arcing crystals that make the ship fly,
Yeah.
they rotate back and forth.
okay.
Pulls another one, they rotate in different angles. It's like he's testing it out to make sure that everything is operating smoothly.
Okay.
But the different levers do different, it's like maneuvers
Okay.
on the ship.
That's a total of 19.
That's what you do.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else? Alright.
Once he's done checking everything, start asking questions.
Okay, so as soon as that's done, you see him. He just reached down to it's like a handle he pulls up, and as he pulls the handle up, the ship starts to shift as you hear this thumbing from these crystals as the ship rises off the deck. You under below deck, you all suddenly feel your stomach drop because you weren't expecting it as the ship rises.
Wait, and I have to go.
As you guys start to depart overnight. So, for the first hour, you guys are flying over the city of Illuskan, London, and from here you can actually see how the city is fed. To the northwest, there's like miles and miles of farmland dotted with little urban centers all alongside it. And you notice that the God's Bay is directly to your south. And as you guys clear the mountain, you turn towards the God's Bay and head at a bearing to the southwest. What's the next part? Okay.
And
And
then we find 5 million platinum and retire happily ever.
and then and actually purchase because that's no one ends that happy. So as you turn to the southwest, you see that that storm that's been ever present, kind of as you're traveling, is still to the south of you, over the water of the ocean. But that storm is still there. You're not flying towards it, but kind of in a direct kind of angle at it a little bit. But that is there. But you guys start to rise and fly as Seagal is busy working levers and turning the helm and
I'm not trying to get in his way, I'm just asking him, what does that do? Why are you doing that?
He goes-
General question.
he goes, pitch, yaw, acceleration, elevation. He's just like touching it, going real quick through all the different levers and what they do. But he's like looking at what he's doing because there's a fucking mountain to his left and gigantic trees to his right that he doesn't want to hit.
Yeah.
As he's doing that,
Well, I'm not trying to be a nuisance,
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
trying
why
to know
he's-
what the fuck is going on.
he's just like telling you really quickly what each one does. All right. After about an hour or so, you guys are no longer over a city. You cross over the God's Bay, the ocean itself. And as that happens, Zagal kind of cries out. He says, "All right, muster up, crew. Knights of Rathega, if you would be so kind as to join me as well. Where's the tabaxi and the...
I'll get her.
Thank you, and the blue one too, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Go downstairs.
Okay.
Try to find him.
You see a pouting Raksha and that telltale sign of either she drank too much or she has motion sickness, and be still as possible as the hammock she's on is kind of swaying back and forth. You see Luelle, her feet dangling off the edges because she's a little bit too tall for them.
Raksha,
Yes.
are you okay? Marcus didn't show up.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's not the last time we'll come here. I'm sure we'll see him again.
If he fails, I owe you gold.
Don't worry about it. I said I would help.
Thank you.
If you wanted to help me with Luelle, though, I would really appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over. Hey, Luelle.
Yes.
Honey, they need us upstairs. Up deck. Up
What?
on deck.
Why? Why up there?
Because we're Knights of Vithega. I don't
Well,
know.
it's Knight of the ground, not Knight of the air.
I understand, but we're on a mission.
Luelle's in the air right now, though.
Don't
No,
say the
Luelle
swear.
is not.
Shut.
Luelle is on the
Your
ship.
feet are
The
not on
ship is in
bottom
the
of
air.
Ship. The ship would not be. You put your feet on the bottom of the ship, and you won't be in air.
Not so gracefully roll out of the hammock.
Luelle is on a ship. The ship is in the air.
We'll
There's
put
a
up her hood so it'll just watch the ground, and she goes upstairs.
You guys go upstairs and you're hit with the smell of salty sea air as you go upstairs. You guys are flying about 500 feet off the ocean floor, and you notice that the crew of the ship is kind of gathering just at the foot of the aft castle of the ship, where Zagal's kind of standing on a set of stairs that lead up to it, and it looks like he's passed off the helm to his first mate, who is a female dragonborn, a bronze dragonborn you all know as Jesh, who is now flying. And as you all come up, Zagal looks at you and looks at you at the crew and says, "All right, folks, orientation time. I know we've been on the ship for a few days, but here's what's going to happen next. We're going to be in the air for about 9 days. In that time, I would like you all to pass the time to help if you'd like with the crew. There are a few jobs you all can do." And he looks at the crew, and they are willing to teach you during this time. And if anyone doesn't want to work, that's perfectly fine. Just stay out of their way when they're doing their job. Is that
Seems
acceptable?
easy enough.
All right.
As long as I can do my Leonardo DiCaprio thing.
I
It's
will.
like
I
once a
will.
day.
Yes, absolutely. I will be your job.
Yeah.
On the dick barge.
I'm flying.
All right.
I'm the king of the world.
So he says, all right, so tomorrow we'll be flying over the southern tip of the peninsula of Illuskan. That's where you know that your hometown is from, the peninsula.
Oh, okay.
So it's farther north than where you guys are going to be, but your hometown's on the peninsula. He says, after that, we'll be on the sea for about 8 days. Then we're going to dock in Havermont in the Ravencrag coast for resupply, and then from there on into Las Lavana. Alright, so between here and then, here's the jobs that you can assist with. First one's navigation. He points at this this half-elf with like dirty blonde hair and green eyes. He's kind of standing, he looks like he's a little bewildered, but he has like his arms are full of like scrolls and maps, and in one hand he has a compass that's kind of closed, and he's kind of looking around at all of you all. He's got like darker skin, and it looks like he has some like tattooing up the sides of his face a little bit right here on his neck that is covered by a tall collar, but little bits do poke out. He says, Oz is our navigator, and if you like to learn how to chart our course, read the stars, read the sea, he's the guy. Second would be the bosuns. They are in charge of the repair of the ship and sails if we ever have to sail on the sea. And you do see it's a full-masted ship. All the sails are bound up though. And 3 crewmen step forward. One is a red-skinned tiefling man with black hair and these bright orange eyes and these horns that swoop back over his head. You also see a female half-orc who you've met already. She's got red hair, green eyes, and she's pretty built. And she kind of steps forward. Her hair is kind of done up in these braids that come up to the top and into a ponytail and down the back. And then lastly, you see a light gray male tabaxi wearing nothing but just like knee-high pants. And he's lithe and tall, dark gray, or light gray, and like.
I'm sorry.
Kinda.
I don't know why I thought knee high.
Knee
I
high.
thought
Knee
the
length.
other way around.
Knee length.
I was confused.
Knee length. I should say knee length. I'm sorry.
I just picture his little pants around.
Hey, the works. But
Sorry.
the gray darkens as it gets
Okay.
closer to his paws. You
I'm-
notice that there are no. He does have fur on his wrist.
I'm super interested with working with the sails. Like, I want to get as like
Okay.
far up on the ship as I can. So I'm just gonna like, put a hand out to all three of them. And,
Okay,
introduce
and as they
myself
step
to-
forward, they all kind of like
Yeah.
go to shake your hand. And Zagal keeps talking, and he says, "Val is our head bosun." He points to the tiefling man, and he says they're responsible for repairs, physical parts of the hull or workings of the ship, and also the sails. Then there are the ballistiers, and he points to Hroti and his son. They're in charge of the upkeep and operation of the ballistae on board. We also have our medical purser, Tom, and he points at a little squat dwarf with this like big scar in the middle of his face right here. He's got short cropped brown hair, this like blonde beard that is like immaculately maintained.
He's got some stories.
And he's medical.
Yeah, he's the medical purser. He's so he says he's our onboard physician, also doubles as the cook. Lastly, we have Dorn and Davner, and he points at two gnomes who are straight up twins, look exactly alike. They have like curly brown hair, brown eyes. One's a little beefier than the other. The beefier one, he's wearing like a brown shirt underneath a blue apron that's just got tools tucked into it. The other one's wearing these like fine purple robes. He has a notebook in his hand, and he wears these like these blue tinted spectacles on his eyes. And he says, "These are our arcanists and our mechanists. They're the ones that are in charge of the operation of the crystals and the flight mechanisms therein."
I call dibs.
All right, then. So
Go at a time.
again, you don't have to work if you don't want to, but please stay out of the way if you don't. Go ahead, have fun. And he goes back up to the
What was the dwarf's name?
Tom.
Tom.
Who's the cooks? No,
Tom.
that's Tom.
Tom's he's the medical purser and the cook.
Walking
And he's
up-
a what now? Dwarf. And the machinists, the twins, their names were.
Dorn and Davner?
Doran.
Doran.
Dorryn and Davner. Doran looks like he's the beefier one. He's got like smudges of grease on his face, and then he's got like this bandana on, these goggles that are on top of it, and then Davner is the guy in the robes.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to those two.
You walk over to those two, and you walk over. They're like, "Oh, hello!"
Hi there.
At the same time, and they both look at each other a little weird, and then Doran speaks up and says, "How can I help you all?"
Here to help in any way I can.
All right.
What she said.
So, who wants to learn what?
Well, you're in charge of the mechanics, right?
Yeah, I'm and Doran says, I'm the mechanist, yes, and he's the arcanist. He points to his brother and says, that's the arcanist. So if you're more interested in the arcane,
I'm gonna go.
okay.
Yes.
And the whole time the other brother's just kind of standing there with his book, looking weird at both of you a little bit. Seems a little shyer than his brother.
So, I'm sorry. What race were they?
No.
No.
You're
Okay.
the same race as me! Ha
Yes, they're not.
In your face.
So Davner, right?
Yes.
So, what do you have there? I see notebooks.
Notebook. This is so. Follow me, and he kind of leads you downstairs as he starts talking about. He says, "So the Hellcat is interesting to us because unlike the other ships, he keeps walking down the stairs, kind of absentmindedly talking to you, expecting you to follow behind no matter what."
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm like just.
yeah. The other ships were crafted and built by gnomes and halflings on the other side of the world. This ship comes from the astral seas, and it obviously operates in strange ways. I'm sure you saw it change forms as he keeps like talking.
Yeah.
And he leads you to this room on the second deck in the back. As he opens the door, there's just this like spinning shard of crystal just spinning in place in this all metal room. and this like arcs of arcane energy are just like holding it up and spinning it. And he says, "This is new to us, so I'm just studying it, and I'm doing my best to make sure that it keeps operating, doesn't kill us all."
That's cool.
It is, and it's terrifying as well.
Yeah, but mostly cool.
Sure. And then
I'm sticking with Doran
Sticking with
because
Doran?
I'm going to help him with it. I can do the heavy lifting.
Okay. So he takes you downstairs as well. You see them talking, and you see this crystal kind of floating in the air there. And he basically just tells you, he's like, "Yeah, I'm in charge of making sure that the tubes that power flows through are still intact and don't kill us all.
So what do you need me to do?
Well, we're gonna learn how to repair this stuff,
Okie
just
dokie.
in case something happens to me, and you're the only one that can do it.
Okie dokie.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna go to Tom.
Okay.
I'm also going to Tom.
So a giant elf in tabaxi walk up to Tom, and Tom's just like,
I can cook.
"Great." And you?
Noelle is physical healer, not so much magical healer. A little bit, but Noelle can heal people.
Okay. By magical means, divine means, and as little bit.
A little
Okay.
bit magical, but mostly
Mostly. All right.
mostly medicines.
That help will be greatly appreciated. No one really gets hurt a whole lot on board, but every now and again some bosun falls off a mast because they're fucking around, and I gotta fix a broken leg.
And
So
then they get brought below deck, right?
yes.
Who beats?
All right, and then Yoon's going to the Ballisteers, right?
Mm-hmm. However, if I, what I'll probably do is, because I've already talked to them, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go over to the navigator.
Okay, go to the half-elf navigator.
Yep.
He says, yes, hello.
Hi. So, I want to learn all the things, because why not? We have the time. You guys know all this cool stuff. So, I'm gonna be working with the Ballista boys quite a bit, but is it okay if I come and help you out
Absolutely,
from time to time?
I'll be on the second deck most of my time.
What was your name?
My name is shit.
Yeah, we didn't get his name.
Yeah.
Hello, Shit.
He goes, yeah, he says, my name is, well, everyone here calls me Oz.
Oz?
Yes.
Do you like going by that name, or would you prefer me to call you
It's
something
a
else?
sailor name. My real name is Osmorn, but Oz is okay.
Osmorn it is. Do you mind if I ask what your tattoos are? Those are pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I served in the Elven Army for a little bit. Make a history check.
How long is a
that.
bit for an elf?
Yeah.
No.
We know.
Okay.
100
So he's
5.
5.
full elf?
Half elf.
Half elf.
Oh, yes, half elf.
He
Okay.
says, yeah, well, I served in the Elven Army. Most half-elves are born into that service. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, if you ever meet a half-elf, they probably were raised in the Army.
So is that what the tattoos are from?
Yes.
Do they, like, signify your ranking and stuff? Or
My
are they
rank
kind
is a
of-
navigator, yes.
Ah,
That's where I learned how to do it.
nice. So do you like the airship better?
It's a little more my speed, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It's different.
How often do you get to fly?
Well, I've been permanently stationed on the Hellcat for about 12 years now.
How often does the Hellcat actually fly then?
Lately, pretty often, but for a while there, it just sat.
Yeah. Not much navigating to do then, huh?
No,
What'd you do to pass the time?
I got paid.
So what I'm hearing is you drank a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit. Yes, yes. All right, and then sorry, you're going to the bosun's.
Yeah, yeah. Velson is his name, the tiefling?
Val.
Val is his
That's
name.
by Val.
Yeah, because I want to learn how to, like, do the sail stuff.
Okay.
And I don't know, I love being on a boat. I love being on a flying boat. So I just
Okay.
I want to be on top deck as much as possible.
Okay. So you go up and you start talking to him, and he's just kind of like, you're very excited about this.
I've never been on an airship before. This is amazing.
I can see this, but yes, I'd be more than happy to have you along. To be honest, there's not much use for the sails in the air, but you do have a crow's nest. You can help keep watch if you'd like. And also, we'll show you how to repair the hull of the ship and things that might need to be done in the interim we're not on launch.
I'm your girl.
Sounds good. And your name?
Nasara.
Nasara.
As I'm like pointing at the crow's nest.
And you see him like he like scoots to half work. She comes run up behind you and starts climbing behind you. All right, so you guys all disperse to do your jobs. And basically, what you all gonna do? You're gonna be the backups to the people that you're working with. All right. So you learn you're shown the galley, and you're shown it's a very very small portion of the ship, but it looks like that they have rigged some of these tubes that roll from this room where this crystal's floating to actually power a stove, because fire on a wooden ship.
You have a motherfucking magic stove.
You have a magic stove.
Heck yeah.
You are. Yeah.
May all your bacon burn.
Does Rosh actually know how to cook?
We're about to fucking
She
find out.
claimed that she did.
It depends on your definition of cook.
Yeah.
You are shown that each ballista, there are 2 crystals underneath the ballista itself, and basically what it does is each ballista has 2 uses of a fire ballista. So as it fires, the crystal ignites the bolt, and whatever hits, it's the fire damage and also catches on fire too. And there's also the option, each ballista has one rail underneath it where a chain is like looped up. So you can actually also choose to chain one of the bolts and hook yourself to something.
Oh,
So,
very cool.
Yeah,
But so the crystals underneath each ballista, they're like a one shot.
they're like a one-shot thing. There's two
Cool.
uses on each ballista.
And how many ballista were on? So
On the Hellcat, there are 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yep. And they're you notice that they are actually bigger than the other 2 ships' ballista.
Okay.
Mechanically, they do 3d12 damage each.
Nice.
The other ones do 3d8.
Whoa. Very cool.
Nice.
Alright. You are shown the ropes of experimental arcane flight.
I'm all about it.
And basically what you're explained is, I'm making this shit up, dude. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm
Please
occasionally gonna spout like nonsensical things that kind of sort of make sense and just be like, see what he says.
And when you do that, he goes, that sounds like a good... And he opens up his book. It's empty. He like writes something down. That sounds like a very, very good idea. I enjoy your input on this. Thank you. Thank you.
And I just appreciate that he's humoring me because I have no idea.
Yeah, you get the sense that he's like I'm getting paid for this, and I'm trying to do my best to make it look I know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna be like, I won't talk.
Okay.
Occasionally when I have free time, I wanna go say hi to Z. I wanna go say hi to Z.
Okay. So to get to that, to go when you get a minute, you go to find Z, and you like walk onto the top deck of the ship, and you look up you're like looking around, and you look up in the crow's nest, and there is a Nasara and a Z leaning up, and on the other side of the crow's nest is kind of like.
I'm gonna shout out to her.
There's like wisps of my hair
Yeah,
getting in her face.
I'm gonna shout out to her and like, what you doing?
She looks down. She says, "Make sure this one doesn't fall off the ship."
I appreciate that.
All of a sudden, she disappears to Vegas and shows her own
Well, when you get a minute, if you want to grab a drink with me in the mess hall or something.
She like looks down at you, looks back at. She says, "No, it was Nasara, right?
Mm-hmm. What?
Mm-hmm.
You think you'll be okay up here by yourself?"
No.
I'm so okay.
I'll be down a little bit.
Alright. Nasara, don't die! Go downstairs.
What'd you say? I can't hear you over the sound of how awesome this is.
Love you too.
So, when everything's calmed down, everybody's gone about their business and stuff again. Laura actually wants to go to Syl's door and knock.
Okay. You knock on the door. Here. One moment. Who is it?
Luau?
Well, what? Yeah, one moment, please. And you hear some slight rustling around for 20-30 seconds, and then the door opens up. And you see Syl there with her obnoxious pink hair and her nice fine robes. She says, "How can I help you, Luau?"
Lua was wondering if she could have a few moments of your time
Of,
to discuss things.
of course, in private?
Um,
Yes, please come in. And you guys are at the bottom deck of the ship. There's no one down here at the moment. So yeah, she lets you into her room.
cool. So, well, first off, do you know Identify?
I do.
Because Lua has come across some things, and they give off magical. They're magic, but Lua does not know what they do. She just knows that she does not have to attune to them. So she's wondering if she could have your assistance in figuring that out.
Just let me see them.
So I'm going to pull out the ring, the little elephant, and the dagger.
Okay. The ring. And she holds the ring. And she casts Identify. She says, oh, this is interesting. This will turn any metal into wood for 10 minutes.
Oh, that is cool beans.
It can be used 3 times. But that's its enchantment.
Just three times?
Just 3 times.
All right.
And basically it'll turn 1 cubic foot of metal into wood. And it lasts for 10 minutes. What you said is, I don't know. I came up with that on the fly last time.
Yeah.
Could come in handy for breaking down the door.
Yeah, or for making a hole and letting a squirrel
Yep.
get her through.
Making a hole,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
And since the elephant.
You know,
The elephant.
I think there's holes.
She casts Identify on it.
PS signal lost.
Oh! What was that?
Jeez!
I don't appreciate computers yelling at me.
Yeah, that was
So
weird.
basically, we discovered that this elephant is very scary, and it's possessed.
That was... Fuck, sorry, guys. It scared me.
Did I saw you?
Is it speaking growl?
I might have.
Just
Something
cursing us out.
lost. It's all connected.
It's
Sorry.
Percy's angry drow box.
You don't want to know about my angry dreadlocks.
She casts Identify on the elephant. And she says, well, this is very, very unique. One time, you can throw this. And wherever it lands, it will cast Fireball. Once. I'm afraid that, it's 3rd level. And I'm afraid it'll probably consume the item when it's used.
Emergency purposes only. Cool beans. Alright. And then the dagger?
The dagger. She casts Identify on the dagger, and it's about yay big. And she kind of giggles a little bit, and she goes, this will magically open letters for you that you have to actually use your hands to do it.
Oh, cool beans.
So basically it'll just float, and it's a letter opener that you don't have to manually use.
Well, Luau does not get many letters, nor can Luau write letters, so this will be a lovely gift.
You can't.
Well,
Would you like to learn?
yes.
In what language?
Luau knows how to do the druidic because that is magics. But everything else is, I think they would call it bird scratch, chicken scratch.
I can teach you Common, I can teach you Elvish, Sylvan.
This would come, Luau can read. But Luau did not have much time to learn how to write properly, plus extra digits, not a whole lot,
I
yes.
can work
The
around
whole
that.
thing.
As a matter of fact, and she pulls out this like feather quill and she sets it down, and you see her start to like weave some incantation as you see this arcane energy like curl out of her hands into the feather as it rises off the desk. It spins for a second, and she grabs it and she says, "Using this will negate the hindrance of the extra digit
Wow.
magically."
Wow. Thank you, Zil.
You're welcome. And I can teach you how to. Would Common be best for you?
Probably to begin.
It's the easiest one, honestly.
Yes.
Especially Sylvan.
Yeah.
Much like Common, there are many words for fuck.
Yes. Luau has learned this in her readings, but Luau feels she'll probably have plenty of time to practice this on the journey. So the other bit of business that Luau wanted to bring to your attention was Noah does not know if the others wanted you to know of this, but we were contacted by a lady when we were out and about in the city, and she let Noel know that she has a thread to Vecna still.
Who was this lady?
Her name was
Kalina.
Kellyanna.
Kaylee. Yeah.
She says, Kellyanna. She wasn't old enough.
Yes.
She's alive.
Yes.
Well, this is great news. You talked to her? She sought you out?
Yes.
And she said that the thread to Vecna is still there.
Yes.
I was afraid that might be
Yes.
a problem.
She knew this was not by the Westra. She could sense the spooky thread and whatever. She went on a whole spiel.
As you say that, she pulls out a book and she writes. You see her writing something down, and screen you see she's writing spoopy with a question mark.
So, and her theory is that because he has chosen the WoW, he cannot choose somebody else right now. But she senses that his connections to the plane are very, very weak, and that the items are what are keeping him tied. So that if we destroy the items, then he will dissipate into the nothingness. And she said something about a shard to use.
A shard.
A shard of Veil Shard?
Veil Shard, yeah.
Veil Shard.
Veil shard. I've heard rumors of these.
Yes. Apparently it's the only thing that can really cut ties, and that's our theory, is that if it can cut ties and kill gods, then it could probably destroy the book, and maybe...
If that's a possibility, we must explore that.
So, the world's ultimate question is, if it goes into the vault, can it come back out to be destroyed?
Only by me.
Okay. But you're the one that can, so we're cool on that?
Yes. Yes, if you ever find the shard.
Well, I just want to make sure this was not a one-time,
She-
you did not have to sleep away with
She puts her hand up and she says, I will say though, to find me may be a little difficult. And she kind of like reaches into her desk, she opens a little drawer, and she pulls out this little item that's kind of wrapped into a cloth. She says, I was planning on giving this to you later, but she kind of opens it up and you see there's a tuning fork. And it's made of like this gray metal, and it looks like there are cogs on either side of it that kind of spin on their own a little bit.
Will's going to have a whole collection of tuning
She
forks.
says, yes. Do you know what this is for?
To talk to you, to get to you? Is it a transporting thing? Because Will has another one. That, a crazy Fey man.
Yeah, that will take you to the Feywild.
Yes.
This
Does
will
it do
take
the
you
same thing?
to the Outlands.
Oh.
Ooh.
Feywild Outland. Okay.
You're a druid.
Mark them.
You're a druid.
Don't
Yes.
go.
One day you will learn a spell called Plane Shift.
Huh.
In order to be able to cast the spell, you need a tuning fork attuned to the realm you're wanting to go to.
Huh.
The one that you just showed me is attuned to the Feywild, so good luck. The other one is attuned to the Outlands, which...
The other one was a gift to Nassar, but Nassar cannot use it, so Will is safe keepings.
Okay, well that'll be your way to get to me.
Cool. Thank you for your times and for your helps with these things.
Of course. And tell the others that I request they join for dinner tonight.
Okay. Will do. Luell is going to hang out here on bottom floor.
Are you okay?
Luell is not most pleased with being so...
I understand. And she pulls out a book and she opens it up and there's just empty pages. She goes, "This is an A," and she draws an A, and then she's going to start teaching you how to write.
Yay.
All right. Anything else you all want to do while you're flying during the first day? Nothing.
I'm learning bullshit arcane magic and
Yes.
learning what the work.
Yes. Zia finally eventually makes her way down to you, and she says, "Come with me," and she leads down to the bottom deck, and she cracks open a barrel, and in there are like you just hear like glasses kind of clanging together. She pulls out this bottle. She says, "You ever had grog before?" Passes it over to you.
Don't think so.
Have a sip.
Okay.
It's gnarly. It's rum mixed with fuck. You don't know what.
Mixed with
So I'm probably gonna cough for a bit
But it's
and then
got
take another sip.
a good alcohol content to it.
That's good stuff.
She said we shouldn't get too drunk. I'm on duty and all that, but we can hang out a little bit.
I'm just gonna talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys have a nice
Not-
conversation.
Yeah. Percy likes her for some reason. So we're just talking.
I noticed.
What's your name?
How you doing?
You're a big
See, when Percy actually likes someone though, she's really awkward. So she's just gonna be like, half orc. I don't. Where from? Where are you from?
Don't do this often, do you?
No. No, I don't.
Oh, I was born in Greenwinter.
Greenwinter, where's that?
That's in Oslo.
Where we're going.
Yes.
So you can show a girl around when we get there.
Well, Greenwinter is not. We're not going to that town per se.
You're not
but
familiar with where we're going.
I've been there once.
Huh.
But it's been a while.
And
But-
awkward. They're taking some.
I'll take you out for a couple of drinks.
That would be nice.
She says, "Drow, huh?
Half drow, yeah.
Where are you from?"
Shadowfall.
Where's that?
Really, really far east.
Okay.
Shit, where are my maps? I know this. Hang on. Something domain or other? Where is it? Ah, yes. Do you know where the Holy Dominion of Ilium is?
I've heard of it. Yes, I've heard of it. It's a horrible place, but yeah.
It's not so bad. I mean, there are a lot of horrible people there. But Shadowfell is really nice. They don't look down on people like me there.
Good. Luckily for you, you're on the Hellcat. You've seen all kinds of weird shit on this on this ship, so most people here aren't gonna look down on you either.
What about where we're going?
Well, half and half.
Well, I really need to learn how to disguise myself better.
Fuck it. Make the world bend to you. Don't bend to it.
It's easier said than done.
Bella's gonna break the moment and bust out a silver room. I learned how to write. Look, Laura has written her name, and it is huge.
And I'm also cramming down to
Just like, that's amazing.
I hear glasses clanking,
Okay.
and that's
From
my
the
time.
crow's nest.
From the crow's nest. I heard.
I think the sorrow might have a
The horns are alcohol
amplifier.
radars.
No, but like her tuning forks. They amplify.
Yeah, no, they're dowling rods. Dowsing rods?
Yeah, dowsing rods for
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should go tend to my friend.
She says,
Thank
"Have
you
fun with
for
that.
this."
I'm gonna go back to work."
Yep.
She goes back upstairs.
Hey, where's your friend going?
Back to work.
No.
But you should try this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Lucille has requested that we join
Ow!
her for dinner tonight.
Who?
Lucille.
Oh, absolutely.
Lucille, look! Laura has written her name!
So pretty. Your
You
handwriting is
can't lie to
You
her.
hear all this from the deck beneath you. You're on the second deck, and Tom's showing you how to cook. Make an intelligence check.
Just a straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence check. This is gonna be glorious.
You didn't cook the meat at all.
That's not sugar. That's salt. No.
Why do you need all of these? Just take the meat, put it on the fire, and let it cook.
Heathen. Let me show you how to make a delicious meal.
Why does it matter how it tastes as long as it's edible? Food is for sustenance.
Who gave me the elf? Who gave?
We're all just peeking in through the door, like
Yeah, we're all just-
the little heads.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I know. I'm still upstairs.
Is food supposed to taste good?
Yes.
Yes. I want to
With
help.
salt?
No. That's oregano.
Okay, I want to help. I want to help. I'm gonna start identifying spices to you.
Okay.
Damn it! I need to get spices from that spice market.
Yeah,
Did I
we
get
got
spices?
you got a
you
pepper.
did.
Okay,
You
okay,
got a
okay,
pepper.
okay, got a pepper, great.
I'm just gonna kind of like I'm just gonna kind of like.
No.
Don't lick it. I'm just gonna like take a pinch and like put it like just here. Just stick out your tongue. Just gonna like.
It's pungent. It's it's raw oregano.
It's herbal.
dried oregano.
Oregano tastes
See?
like nothing straight.
Yeah.
Mmm.
It brings out the flavor of the meat.
I'm gonna take some salt and do the same thing. Look, here, this one is salt. This one is salt.
Maybe you cook one piece of meat without the seasons and one with the seasons to show her.
Yeah,
She's not from
around here.
anywhere.
She's not from this plane.
You don't say. Besides that one and Syl, have y'all met any other elves?
Couple.
I mean, I'm a half elf, so.
I mean, technically so am I.
Oh,
You
you have, yeah, you've met lots. Lots of elves.
lots and lots. Just a couple.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Okay, well.
Yep, see? There, she got weird. She got weird. Alright, I'm gonna teach you how to cook a proper meal. I have a good idea. I'm gonna cook half of one steak without seasonings, one with, to show you the difference.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah.
Alright, good. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? Very intense.
Not unless you deserve it.
Why would I hurt you?
Oh my god. Alright, anyway. And he goes to try and teach you how to
I'm just
cook.
really entertained by this. I just like
Yeah.
sit in the doorway like
Yeah. It's a lot of no. There you go. There. Oh no, that's getting run away. All right, now next one.
Like, why would you throw meat away? It's perfectly edible.
Just blood just comes pouring out. All right. So anything that you're doing? I mean, he's showing you all like where all the tubes go and how they go into the crystals, and in the deck, the second deck of the ship. He opens these compartment or these like trap doors that go out to the outside of the ship that lead to the bottom of the crystals. He says, "You want to go out there?"
Duh.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And it's just like a little like handrail you have to crawl out
Well,
to.
first
and
I'm
then-
gonna make like a Swiss seat kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
And
He's like hanging from his bar, just feet dangling in the air, just like waiting for you.
No, not that dexterous. I'm gonna make my little Swiss seat and like hook that shit up to rope and then climb. That way
Okay.
if I fall, I'm safe.
Yeah. Essentially, it shows you how each bit of tubing, which is like it's a strange metal you've never seen before, with these glyphs in it that looks like to contain the arcane energy that goes out to each crystal
Okay.
on the ship, and to all the inner workings of the ship too. It looks like there are some places where there's heating, the stove, magical stove, things like that. And even one that goes down to Syl's room, but you get to where it goes into the floor of the second deck. So that's as far as we can get now. She's got the rest of it.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else you want to do on your first day of travel?
Oh, I'm gonna be asking like where you're from.
Okay.
That's it.
No.
I'm just kidding.
You guys have to excuse me for this a second.
Um,
But like where they're from and everything.
Okay.
since I figured we'd come right back to her. As soon as it starts to get dark out, I want to go over to the navigator. I already lost his name. I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Which one?
Navigator?
The navigator is Oz.
Oh, that's why I didn't write it down. Because I was like, that's easy, I'll remember that. Nope.
Are they still there?
And just say, so can you just give me a little bit of the basic rundown of, like, which constellations are we heading for, and
So it's
just
still
some of the very
yeah, it's
basic.
still daylight, but he brings out a star chart.
Yeah.
And he shows you how to line the star chart with the direction that you're heading,
Okay.
with the compass. And that's different times a year. what stars to look for and all that.
Yeah.
But you get a good idea of the stars to look for and the placement of the moon at different times. There's like a little dial that goes around the maps that shows where the moons would be at a certain time.
Oh, that's super cool.
But yeah, it's a big table that's on the second deck. It shows you how the star charts themselves look.
Okay, is that like charts that he pulled out, or is it like
He-
a
he-
table
he's
that
like-
has that all
He's
built
like
in?
carrying like these charts, but the table has the moon phases built
Okay.
into it. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
So now I'll just be chilling with him until we're called down to dinner.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're told that they are from Helvik,
Okay,
and
that's where we're headed.
yeah,
Okay,
in the country that we're headed,
okay.
and that their uncle, their great uncle, is a wizard there.
Oh, okay. Cool. I really,
Yeah.
she'd be super interested in it and just be like, wow, I've never known any gnomes that weren't from this continent. That's kind of,
We're actually from all over the place. I'm not sure why.
well, I've only ever been here.
Oh.
So.
This is gonna be quite an adventure for you, then, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the furthest away from home I've ever gone.
Well, I'll show you around when we get there.
She's gonna turn like bright red. Okay. She's gonna
Finally, someone your own size.
Show you around now, dick. Alright. It's Valentine's Day, guys. Come on.
We said we're so around that one.
So, eventually, you all are, the day goes by, and you all are invited to dinner. On the second deck, towards the bow of the ship, it's like a conference room, or like a meeting area where planning was supposed to take place, but it's been converted into like a dining area for you guys and Syl. Make another intelligence check for me with advantage.
That's better. 9.
I mean,
That's better?
yeah.
That's better than 4.
Yeah, so it would have been 0.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 2 sort of platters are brought out. One is kind of like, and the other is basically a meal for Raksha.
Well, we'll eat off of Raksha's platter. The WoW has eaten worse things.
I'll pick at it. I'll probably just be like, oh, that looks great.
I'm gonna take like from each and be like, they taste the same to me.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Alright, so you're all sitting there with Syl, and Syl's watching you all this exchange, and she goes, Can I try a piece of meat?
Yes.
Takes it, and she goes, That's sugar. Yeah. Oh. That's delicious.
Thank you.
Anyway.
I don't know why you need
Never
to
had
know the meats
teriyaki beef?
You can get a nice brown sugar glaze.
Yeah.
White sugar.
It's just rolled in granulated sugar.
I'm now just imagining sushi rolls, but just covered in sugar instead of rice.
With raw meat. Raw meat. Just give myself the heebie-jeebies.
Round on the outside, raw on the inside.
See, and I'm picturing it as
Like blue style or whatever that is.
yeah.
There are some pieces that are blue. There are some that are very well done. Some that are burned
Well,
black.
I'll leave those ones for Raksha.
I'll pick at the black parts. That I'm good with.
So still sitting there, she's watching all the wine is served for you all that will drink it. And she says, so how do you all find the Hellcat in the air so far?
Oh, I love it.
Super amazing.
Good, good.
What was his name?
You're with Davner.
Yeah. I had it written.
So do I.
Jeez.
She's taking the other D.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, she
I
is.
fucked up. I gave him D names. Alright.
Yeah,
Happy
Davner's been
Valentine's
showing me
Day.
some fascinating things.
Mm-hmm.
He has some
Has he?
Sure.
Yes,
What
I'm
kind of fascinating?
really interesting theories.
He has no idea what he's doing, does he? I've seen
Just
him work.
really interesting theories.
That's understandable. It's all experimental. It's all theory, really. I've helped him some, but what's happened here is beyond me. The fact that it can transform based off of a magical item put into it is.
He tells me it was created, like it wasn't built. It just came into existence in the astral plane. I don't.
So it was found in the astral sea. I was enslaved on it.
On this ship.
On this ship. In the form that you saw it in when you first arrived to it, not this form. But yes.
I'm sorry. You're okay traveling on it now?
It's also where I first met Azrael, so yes.
I understand.
Tazriel.
She lifts her glass.
How did you all first discover that Zephyr was able to transform the ship?
Trial and error. At first I was casting a spell into the crystal every few hours to keep it flying. And then our old Tabaxi friend, she put her bow into it. And it, much like Zephyr, same type of ability with this weapon, changed it into something else. Something completely different. That's how it got named the Hellcat.
What did it change into?
Oh, it was dark and dreary and horrible.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Terrifying, yes.
So
yes.
when Zephyr is hid away, what happens to the Hellcat?
It will revert back to the form that you all saw it in when you first approached it.
And not be able to transform anymore?
Okay.
If you use a different weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Or different magic items. So how many magic items have you had success with?
2.
Oh, just the bow and Zephyr.
Mm-hmm. We didn't want to risk the other ones.
Yeah.
What spell were you casting?
Oh, I used whatever I could. It didn't matter what the spell was. It was always when I cast a spell into it, it always stayed the same. That broken down junker.
You were just powering the battery, so to speak.
Essentially, yes.
So I have a question. How are we supposed to get home?
Well, there's other airships.
So
We can take the long way.
I wasn't planning on telling you this until we got there, but Azrael left the Hellcat to you all.
What?
Wait, Asriel owns the Hellcat?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Would anybody but Azrael own a ship like this?
Us?
Apparently.
Once he is buried, the Hellcat belongs to you.
Did you have no desire for it?
I don't need it. I don't need it where I'm going.
Take it you can't tell us where that is.
I already told you well. So the Outlands.
Oh yeah, looks like you do.
And should we need to contact you or reach you there?
The well has this.
And she holds up that tuning fork.
Now the well has 2.
Yes.
Wait, is this good for more than once?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, the I just wanted to make sure.
Just don't lose it or destroy it. It'll last
Deeper
for
pocket.
as long as you live.
So yes, different pocket than the Veil Shard when we find it.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe you could help me with something then. I've been working on these rings.
Mm-hmm.
We're having dinner. I don't want to get too into it, but so we can all contact each other if we're apart.
Rings of sending? Message
Yes.
of sending. Just in theory. So you're trying to be able to cast the sending spell through the ring.
Yes, but I'm trying to create a set so that they're just attuned to each other, so we can communicate with each other if need be.
You had your 6 rings?
7.
7 rings.
Remember, I had asked for 7.
Yes, you did. She looks at it and she goes, I'll have them done in a few days.
Well, I'm glad you didn't leave him a bird.
They would be somewhere where you wouldn't go looking for them.
Would it be too much ignoring?
I had a mini campaign arc planned for that, just in case you did anything with it.
Great.
Earth's black hole.
Okay. All
Moving
right.
on. Would it be too much to ask if I could watch you? I'm trying to learn how to do enchantments and such. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I'll make it look much easier than it would be for you, but absolutely.
Well, you make everything look much easier than it does for me.
Thank you.
Wink, wink.
Save your flirting for after dinner.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that I did not hear that.
So
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Zan is like powering through the food and the drink. Okay, so is dinner over?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have one last thing to explain to you all before you all leave. Thank you for coming to dinner. You
course.
all are welcome to stay and keep eating, of course, and I'll stay here as well. But one thing before you head off to tell all of you all, just to be upfront and honest with each one of you. When we get to Azrael's tomb, the tomb of the Seekers, when we get to the bottom floor, I'm going to have to cast a spell on each one of you. And I need you to trust me on this. I've cast it on you before.
You're going to have to wipe our memories.
Of the travel from the ground down to the tomb itself.
Okie dokie.
Are you all okay with that?
So just the memory of the
Just
path inside the tomb?
path, yes. Yes, just from the entrance in the city down to when we get into the actual tomb itself. Once you're inside of it, you'll remember all of that, and you'll forget the travel down and then back up.
Okay.
I'm good with anything that's for protection.
Thank you.
But I do trust that if anything happens that we should need to know, you would just inform us later.
I can omit that from the spell, if need be.
That's lovely.
Yes.
No, I'll trust Syl.
We
Luelle
trust you.
thinks Syl is the only person she trusts in Luelle's brain.
Oh,
Ow.
that's smart.
It's in her brain.
In poking Percy's brain is fine. Poked around in that.
I mean, it's not any worse
As
off than
far
it was
as we
before.
know, you know.
Okay. I did not notice any ill side effects from last time you did it.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
So, just so
Except
that
for
I'm
severe
not
lack of trust.
worrying about when it happens, will you let us know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure we'll know. We'll find ourselves somewhere with no recollection of how we got there.
Yeah, just so I'm not worrying the whole way down. Is it gonna happen now? Is it gonna happen now? Is
No.
it gonna happen now? Yeah.
When we get to the bottom floor, I'll let you all know I'm going to cast it, and then all of a sudden you'll be where you are with no memory of how you got there from. Yes.
I appreciate
And the
that.
same when we get back up to the top.
Oh, that makes sense. So you'll have to cast this on us twice?
Twice.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Thankfully, I'm a very powerful wizard and I can do it many, many times.
Why don't you just do it once we get back up to the top? Instead
So
of
that way
once
you all
down
can
and once
remember
up?
saying farewell to your friend.
That makes sense.
And we appreciate that concession.
Figured you would.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Haven't done that before, so you'd be the first.
Another question. The items that will be buried with him, will they be in that same room, or will we be dropping those off?
They'll be buried in the
Along the
same room. There are different compartments in the room that they'll be kept in, but yes, in the same room.
Okay.
And I warn you, there are some things that you'll see in there that might alarm you. There's some very powerful things in that room.
Makes sense.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I've seen a lot.
We've seen some pretty decent amounts of weirdness at this point. Honestly, it's kind of par for the course.
Well, I guarantee you, if you keep going the way you're going, you'll see more and more of it.
Oh, joy.
Kind of getting used to it.
Yeah. It is what we signed up for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the life of the adventurer. How I miss it.
Yeah.
Why can't you
sound
keep going?
convincing.
Why don't you keep going then?
I have responsibilities I need to take care of. Revenge, if you will.
There we go.
Luelle understands.
I love revenge.
Yes.
Speaking of which, at some point, I may call upon you to help me with that.
Well, there's 6 of us and 7 rings. So
Thank you.
So you can always count on us.
I appreciate that. You're told the turtle. Never understood that. 3-year-olds picking their own name. It's just a horrible idea.
yeah. My name would be like Unicorn Sparkle Cupcake or something.
I don't
Oh,
think.
like the orc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that the name of our orc friend?
I think the only reason I
Sparkle Cupcake.
yeah, I didn't end up with a name like that because I couldn't say that many words yet. Yeah, too many syllables.
You may go.
Thank
go,
you.
Go, go.
Use protection!
Pitter patter.
What are you talking about? And I'm just gonna
Don't
go.
fall out of the ship.
What kind of protection would she need to use?
You know, like a net or a rig if she's on the outside of the ship.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
This makes sense.
Yes.
Very logical. Very
does.
smart. We don't want her falling off the ship.
No, it'd be horrible. We don't have a levitate spell or feather ball yet, and it just awful.
See, Syl's just like stark white. It's like pulling back her laugh. Like,
Yeah. And I'm clearly making eye contact, like.
It's okay. We've taught her enough. Well, she's been with us.
Yeah, that will be fun. I'm sure.
Although I would hope that the Feywild had their own version.
Of what?
Fucking.
The
Yeah.
verb.
Yes.
Yes, we do that.
There you go.
I think we meant more the, help with not conceiving.
This
Why
will be
would you-
good.
Why would you fuck if you're not going to conceive?
Syl leans back with a glass of wine.
Well-
Oh,
That's my cue to go back up to the crow's nest. I'll see you
Oh, you just
later.
pull out before?
That's what they say.
It doesn't really work.
It has for me.
It works if they do.
Well, that's
It's-
good to know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all this time I thought she was a virgin for some reason.
honestly, no.
Damn.
Wait, does Raksha have babies?
No.
No, clearly she's had people pull out.
But that doesn't mean that she doesn't also have babies.
She said it worked for her.
Yeah, doesn't mean that she didn't also have babies. Not at the same time.
And
you
you,
could.
and you
okay,
would know
never mind.
this. It's very rare for
Sorry.
elves to conceive.
Oh, that's right.
You might be in a city full of 1,000 elves, and there'll be like 3 kids.
Hence why I have
However,
no siblings
gnomes
that I know.
procreate like bunny rabbits.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole culling procedure and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, the lottery.
Now I have a whole new set of questions. How's that?
So, anything else you'd like to do tonight? What are you running off to do?
I was actually
Who are you running off to?
I was actually going back to keep an eye on anything that might need to be kept an eye on down with Doran.
I'm keeping an eye on the top. I'm on the crow's nest. I'm like, I'm all business though. I'm not Leo. I'm all business.
Okay.
Keep an
You
eye
make
on
a
the
perception
top.
check when you get back.
Okay.
You go downstairs, and when you walk out the door, you're met with, because there's hammocks on the second deck.
Yeah.
Where everyone sleeps. You're met, and you see the 2 gnome twins. They're one of the ones that are kind of laying down,
Well,
getting rested for the
Then
night.
I'll just go down and
Yeah, you will.
keep an eye out for anything weird.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
It's not terrible.
Staring at the pipes, have no idea what she's looking at.
Be like, does that one look cracked?
It's 15.
15. Look at the pipes. There's like a blue streak of light that goes through one. That comes back. It looks really cool. No idea what the fuck it was, but it did it. You saw it.
That's what I'm doing for at least a couple hours, and then I'll head over to the. But just in case,
Okay.
I will keep watch on the pipes.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else you all would like to do?
What time is it?
It's probably like 7 o'clock in the evening.
So is it dark out?
Oh yeah, it's dark. Very dark.
I'd go up to the deck,
Mm-hmm.
and because there's levels, right? Like there's the on the top.
Yeah, this is the top deck, and then there are rooms, captain's quarters, and there's also another like a crew dining hall here. Then there's a second deck underneath it. That's where the living quarters for the rest of you guys are.
So I'd go up deck where that ballista is on the front,
Okay.
and sit there and just meditate for 4 hours, and then I just stare at the sky while it's dark.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else? Make a perception check.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go chill with the navigator now that the stars are out.
Okay.
All business, she says.
Nothing. I'm
What-
too busy
what is-
Leonardoing. I got caught up.
All business.
I rolled a 7.
A 7.
So
Okay.
there you go.
7.
Oh, star.
All right.
Oh,
So
star. Oh, another star.
when you're up there, you know the nice cool air, the elevation, and all that. Like you're kind of taken aback and in awe of what you see around you, and you're very distracted by that. So basically, you see one blue moon that is beginning to wax into out of a crescent that's in the south of the sky. And to the east, the purple moon is beginning to wane.
Ooh.
So there's 2 moons in the sky, and the mixture of the light on the sea floor beneath you. All of a sudden, you're just you've seen nothing. Okay. Anything else you guys need before you go to bed tonight?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go talk to Sil and see if she's gonna work on
I'm gonna go talk to Sil.
She's
Pick up your little squishy.
she's not going to tonight,
Okay.
but beginning tomorrow she will.
I do wanna talk to her though.
Okay. You there with her?
Yeah. So we met someone in town. It was really weird. So went down a well, and there was these secret tunnels, and there was a whole bunch of kids. And she was really tall and lanky and kind of creepy looking.
Kellyanna.
Yeah, I take it Luell.
Luell told me about her. Yes, I've met her before.
Oh,
I actually helped Azrael and the Seekers get her out of a very tight situation and here to hold them.
she confirmed something for me that I had heard elsewhere. So when we met Bahamut in the forest,
Mm-hmm.
he told me that I was an ascendant. Apparently, I'm like destined to take Lolth's seat.
If you so choose to, yes.
I thought Lolth was dead. This whole time, I thought, like, the entire history of my kingdom is based on the fact that she's dead.
So you're saying that the Drow are lying to their people again?
When you put it like that.
Okay, so not out of the question. I'm just saying, if she's alive, why would she suffer Shadowfall to exist?
Because if she's alive, she's no longer a god. She has no power. Much like you saw Bahamut, I'm sure he was not in his original form of a platinum dragon, correct?
Correct.
The Ascendants, when they fell, they took human form. They looked like humans. So I'm sure that Lolth just looks like a regular drow. Or, even worse for her, possibly even a human.
I don't want to become her.
And I'm sure Kellyanna told you away.
Yes. She mentioned something called a veil shard,
I heard rumors, yes.
so you'd have no idea about where one might find one.
When you get to Helvik, so I'm sure you're going to Helvik at some point
Sure.
in your travels, talk to a man named Bell. A gnome named Bell. And if you really want to dig deep, you can go to High Pass, to the university in High Pass, all in the same country. And there are more books than I could even read in a lifetime there.
I don't know if Lolth were dead, really dead, the way Kiliana says it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would be better.
Then what?
Than what the matrons are having people believe now.
Yes, that would throw everything in disarray, and there would be a war in the Underdark, more than likely. That is up for you to decide, though, Percy. That's what this life is all about. Making decisions that change the world.
Most people aren't capable of that.
Well, I'm sure you are. Now get some rest. I'm sure you have some work to do in the morning.
I appreciate the information.
You're welcome.
Have a good night, Sylvia.
Good night, Percy. Alright. So you all eventually find your way down to go to sleep.
I guess.
Yeah, one of the boats come up and they tell you, go the fuck to sleep. I got this.
Oh, okay.
Go to bed.
Falling asleep.
Mumbling all the way down.
So you all lay down to rest. You each have a hammock.
Nice.
They're comfortable. They're not special, but they're comfortable to sleep in. You're meditating on a ballista.
No, Phantom, you cannot come up here.
Are
This
you
is my
able
hammock.
to
Get
go
in
in
horn.
between your horns and your tail? Are you able to sleep?
Yeah, is there like a second option?
You can throw your bedroll out on the floor.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do that
yeah.
then.
I've
'cause-
been waiting. It's honestly the tail more so than the horns.
Yeah, my tail is
but-
very spiky, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just feed
I'm
it
just
through one of the
waiting for you to get tangled in some netting or something.
Yeah, you guys
so
haven't
it's-
gone to sleep yet, so
That's the bedroll for me.
okay.
So jealous of you guys.
So you all
Phantom uses the hammock.
bed down, yeah. Then as soon as you're asleep,
You can have it.
Yep.
so you all get lay down and go to rest for the evening. The ship is comfortable enough for you all to sleep. And Percy, you begin to dream. You find yourself sitting on a throne made of chains. As it kind of rises above this valley beneath you, you feel a crown sitting atop your head. And as it rises, you see 5 armies of undead just looking at the throne as it rises above them. And at the head of each army is a white, like the ones that you fought and killed well. One of the whites is tall for a woman, grayish blue skin and rotten elven ears. The next one that you look is a strange animal-looking type white with a shell and rotting dreads falling from her. You see a white, like Musara, Luel, and Zan, each at the head of each one of these armies. And you hear a voice in your ear that says, "It could be yours. The time is coming."
I don't want this.
Then suffer. And you wake up. And that's where we take a break.
Break time!
Alright guys, give us about 5-10 minutes for a break. Keep an eye on chat. We'll let you know when we're back. Be right back with you. Alright guys, welcome back to Crit Checks.
We blame that on God.
Yeah,
God brought that up.
So, we pick back up on the second day of travel.
Wait, I have one question first
Yes.
though. So, my passive perception is 20. Would I have noticed her wake up, any weird breathing patterns, pain,
With
anything?
that, I would say you notice a slight, like she jumps out of her sleep. Like
Okay.
a quick, like, jumps out of her
I
sleep.
have one more question. How do we find our passive perception? Because my character sheet does not.
Well, if you use D&D Beyond,
Yeah, but that requires internet.
it's your perception plus 10.
Oh, cool.
So,
Fuck
yeah, you notice her jolt out of sleep.
Mercy. Yeah. Are you okay? I just had a nightmare. I'm alright.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't want to wake anybody else up.
We could go out, or I can bug you about it tomorrow.
How about you bug me about it tomorrow?
Okay. What are we bugging her about tomorrow?
Yeah, what? Go to sleep.
And it's at that point you hear, "All right, wake up!" And the crew that are in the same areas, they start getting out of their racks and start getting dressed for the day, getting their work clothes on, and they start all heading.
Well, I guess
upstairs.
me too.
Okay.
Phantom, get out.
I'm gonna look over. Are the twins still sleeping?
No, they get up with everybody else.
Fucking get them up.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to be over the ocean for 8 days.
Nice.
Eventually, you are given the rings.
Yes!
And I'd say on the second day, you give them the rings, and she shows you what she does. She basically takes the component for the spell, which is a copper wire, wraps it around the rings, and by means that you cannot fathom, transmutes the copper into the ring, and then casts the spell into it. And she tunes them all together. It's again, kind of like your boss on the ship. You're like going, I'm writing notes for shit I don't understand. The rings are all attuned to each other, and you can cast sending through them.
Even people that don't have magic.
Yep. Basically, it works as like a communicator for all of you.
We have walkie-talkies.
Basically, walkie-talkies.
It's kind of like this, only this.
So if you talk in one, can everybody hear it?
Yes.
Noise.
I'm so excited.
Is there a like distance
Anywhere.
restriction?
Different planes.
Sending works in different planes. There's like a 5% chance that it won't
doesn't
get
work.
there, but
Whoa,
Yeah.
nice, cool.
Sheesh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Alright,
And
so we
so-
all have rings of sending
Yeah.
now?
well, not yet.
Sil
Yeah, she hasn't handed us anything.
what's going on?
Thank you. I have no idea what you did, but that was amazing.
I know. On both accounts.
So modest.
Gee, thanks. No,
Divine
really. though,
magic,
thank you.
arcane magic, it's different. I understand.
I'll get there eventually.
Looking forward to it.
I'm just gonna mumble in my breath.
All right, so you each are taught your individual jobs throughout the next few days. You learn how to cook. You know the mathematical concept of it. It's the aesthetic that you don't get. You're like, I know I'm putting oregano, I know I'm putting salt, but I don't know why. Kind of thing.
Since my dude doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing anyways, I'm gonna start spending more time with Z and just learning how to actually sail the ship instead.
She will help you. You can be working alongside Nassara as well. It's a lot of her going like this in places when she shouldn't, you know, like that's the wrong time. Get over here.
A lot of my job is just holding onto her robe so she doesn't fall over.
You're taught how to operate the ballista, how to reload the crystals if need be. It takes like 5 minutes per crystal to reload them, so it's not going to be an in combat thing.
So there are reloads,
Yes,
though.
yeah.
How many reloads are on the ship?
They have a crate full of them in the bottom of the deck.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. You guys are taught how to operate the sails. Theory again, they can't really unfurl them and show you because it would just be wind against the sail going the wrong direction, slowing you down.
Yeah.
You are.
This is where the first aid kit is.
Yep, first aid kit. There's a bedroll in the second deck, not a lot of room.
Yep.
That's where people would lay down if they were sick, hurt. Yep.
Percy will like cut her finger, get a splinter, and walk down and be like, "Thanks, just give me something to do."
Somewhere writing, practicing in my book.
Right, and then you're shown the ropes on how to repair the piping if anything were to go wrong.
Word choice.
The arcane piping. Get your head out of the gutter. You're a grown ass woman. Anyway.
That's why her head is in the gutter.
Hello, we're all 12.
I know. But you're shown how to repair the mechanical systems of the arcane bits of the ship. Anything you guys want to do over the next few days?
I'm just gonna.
Not really.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna pull her aside and ask her about her nightmare was about.
What nightmare?
The one that you told me that you had and woke you up.
Can you keep a secret?
I can. Is it something that needs to be kept secret from
Loves
everyone?
yours Twitch secret.
It's something I'd prefer to keep a secret from everybody else. I'm gonna pull out my book.
Okay.
And
you guys can speak up so the mic can hear you, but no one
Oh,
else is
sorry.
listening.
We're stage whispering.
Stage whisper.
Well, and it's hard when we're sitting right
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to each other
Sorry.
too.
So I have a little black book that you might see me pull out from time to time. Basically, it magically records all the dreams that I have, like very in like minute detail. So every dream I ever have is in the book.
That's amazing.
Yes.
A lot of it's smut.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Just don't scroll to the left.
Ooh. I go to the first page.
Stop that. Just this is the dream. I'm gonna open it up to the page. This is the dream I had.
So, you're queen of the undead, and I'm a zombie turtle.
No,
Wait.
you're a white turtle. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
Attacks, hit points. You know.
The world cracks to the meta.
Yeah.
The metagaming, the world just splits
Yeah.
into.
I'll explain the difference from how I understand it, which is not very well. Apparently.
You understand that
Yeah.
whites are stronger than the zombies and skeletons and all that. They're able to drain life from things. They are strong, but one of the strongest undead that you could ever encounter.
So, does somebody have to die first for them to turn into a white? Or are they cursed that way?
No, they have to die first episode.
Do you have the power to turn us into whites?
I have the power to reanimate the dead
And in
and enslave them.
the explanation for dream, it does talk about the crown on her head. It's its description. It's the crown that you guys found in the.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dangerous.
A little bit.
Is this... You said it's a nightmare, but is this something that you find appealing as well?
No. I don't.
I don't even mean the crown and the power. I just mean the ability to harness an army of undead.
I don't know. When I started out in my studies, the purpose wasn't to control an army. It wasn't to take over the world with the army of undead. It was to learn if there was a way to bring people who shouldn't have died back. People who still had a life to live and it was taken too early.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring my mom back. And I made a deal. I told you about this the last time I had a nightmare.
Is it Mavira?
Yeah. So she made me an offer I couldn't refuse. But the way she wants me to do, I don't want this.
Do you think that you could bring your mother back? Or that Mavira has the power to do that?
Yes. I just don't know what else she's going to ask of me in return.
Yeah.
So, look, I know the others, we've traveled together long enough, and I think they trust me to protect them well enough. But if they saw this, I don't know that they would understand.
I think that they would understand, but I don't think that it's something that they have to know either if you're not comfortable with it. But It's the same thing, like, Luelle didn't tell us about what was going on with Vecna in the first place because she was scared of what we might think. I don't think any differently of her because of that. I don't think any differently with you because of this. So I think they'd be okay with it. But that's entirely your call.
I just want to figure it out before I share it with them, if that's alright.
Of course. Would I be able to get you to make me one promise, though?
Depends on the promise, I suppose.
If I die and you cannot bring me back,
I'm not going to turn you
As-
into a white.
yeah, any kind of undead. I know what grief does to people, and sometimes it's just, I want you back in any which way I can.
I don't want you back like that, if that's what you're worried about. I promise.
Yeah. See, this way hopefully it makes it easier for you to make a decision at the
He
time
goes
if
across
need be.
pinkies, a little flash of light seals the deal.
Yes! I know, my little turtle nub pinky.
I know,
ring.
little claw. But I do want to talk to you and the others about something. So,
Okay. But thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate you trusting me with this.
thank you for not freaking out about the fact that, I apparently was wearing the crown that we're supposed to be delivering to a secret tomb and then, I'm trying for forever.
We all have pasts. We all have dark, deep hidden desires. Yours are just a little more at the forefront right now.
Yeah. Well,
But I think that shows just how strong you are too. The fact that there are temptations right in front of you and you not taking them because it's not the way you want to do things.
I'm stubborn that way.
It's a good trait to have.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
Now come on,
Big
I have
awkward
gifts.
turtle hug.
Now come on, I have gifts.
Yay, gifts!
So, eventually, I'd say this about the fourth night, eventually Percy comes and collects all of you. Very excited. As they're on the
Are you
deck of the
bouncing
ship.
up and down?
What? I have very valuable Leonardo DiCaprio time.
Who's
coming up.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
It doesn't matter. I don't
Does
know.
Dorn know about him?
Are you cheating on Dorn?
He's just a freewheeling guy I made in my head, okay? And he likes the crow's nest, so. That just makes it
Are there
sound so
voices?
much worse.
Is that a euphemism for something?
I don't
Yes.
know. If this is something new I need to try, I need to know.
Have you been up to the crow's nest?
No.
Come on, let's
Okay,
go.
later. I have to show you
Okay,
something.
okay.
Okay. I have gifts. So I'm gonna hand them out.
That's so pretty.
So I made the rings and still helped me with the magicking of things.
What's the magic?
Helped.
Yeah.
Still not there, okay? Still not there.
Just the face and
So
just shit.
I made these
You made.
on my own with Sill's supervision.
What'd you make? What'd you make?
What are the, what? Yeah. What do they do?
So have you heard of sending? You can
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
magic.
sure there's like places you can. Yeah. Okay.
And you've got Zan standing there going,
There's probably like sending like stores in big towns.
Right.
You can go and be like, I don't have
So
enough
it's a-
money for a rookery, so
It's a spell, and
Not in my world.
it allows you to communicate with someone regardless of where they are in the world, or maybe in other dimensions or planes of existence. Anyways, these are all attuned to each other, and to Syl. She has the seventh ring, so if we ever need to talk to each other, you can cast that spell out of this ring. Just be careful because it'll go to all of us.
oh, so I can't talk with Zan about everybody else behind our backs.
I couldn't get them.
I'm
to
just
say
gonna
it.
be
I
like.
know we'll just have to do that another time.
I don't know how that. I'm just gonna be like. Percy has a big butt.
And then you all hear Percy has a big butt.
But
No, her butt's pretty normal size.
Hey, it's a big butt.
So, question: is this thing active all the time?
No, you have to.
You just have to cast
yeah,
it.
you have to.
You actually have to.
So it's not just
purposely-
gonna pick up what I'm saying,
No.
but could I be like, it's active and it hears everything until I deactivate it, or does it have a time limit?
So sending it's a 6-second message.
The way it works is you have to speak a message into it, and it can't hear everything around you. It's the caster sends a verbal message
Okay.
through it. It's not like a walkie-talkie.
So it's not
where
like an eavesdrop kind of thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
25
you can't-
words or less.
You can't be at the Linkin Park concert and hold up a walkie-talkie so your friend can hear it in the parking lot. No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that. No.
So
Well,
it is 25
It would
words or
just be-
less.
So 25 words.
25 words or less.
So, do you have to know magic to be able
No, that's
to...
what's so great about it.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. So basically, it's a telepathic message. It's not like out loud. And you hear it in your head, and you can reply to it.
Ooh, nice.
And it's every 6 seconds.
So if I talk into it at a whisper, do you hear it as a whisper?
Nope. She hears it
Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday. It casts the spell in a way that the receiving party can understand it.
So say
You
I
could even cast it and use a different language that she doesn't understand, and she can still understand it. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
So
I feel like we now need to play like versions of telephone.
oh god. Except it wouldn't work because you would understand everything
know.
every time.
It'll all come
I
through
know.
in
I
common.
just remembered that it goes to everybody. So if I needed to send a really long message, could I just send like 5 of these in a row?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. So to be continued.
Yeah. It's just hello. Stop.
Yes. Hey guys, this room's
Over.
really cool, and I really, really enjoy it, and this is awesome, and
Part 1 of 17.
slash end. Oh my gosh.
Luella now has 4 rings. She needs 8 more.
To get all of the fingers.
I know.
12 ring bingo.
Yes.
Wait, so what are all the rings that you have, Luelle?
Luella has the pretty one that Zuzufra gave us.
What does that one do?
Nothing.
Oh, it's just pretty.
It's just pretty.
It is super pretty.
So Luella found out what the wood one that she got from Oscar.
Nice.
What does it do? Oscar, it turns metal into wood. I can only do it 3 times, and it only lasts for 10 minutes. But Luella figures this can, yes.
Wait. So, how much? Because like, if we came up to an enemy ship, could it turn their ballista into wood, and then we could smash it?
It's a foot.
Oh, a foot. Okay.
Yes. A foot of space.
Of space. Space.
And then she has the ring of water walking. And then,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah, so if we crash, Luella can walk across the ocean.
Well, good for you.
I'll give everybody else a turtleback ride.
It's
It'll
like
be great.
it's like a cat's worst nightmare, but it can run on the water. No.
It goes on forever.
Luella lived on the coast. She's not afraid of the water. It's the air that freaks her out. And then now the lovely gift that Percy has given us.
Yay! Sorry, I hit your chair.
Yeah, Luella has prayer
Thank you,
rings.
Percy. These are amazing.
Well, I figured they might come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
So, just again, whatever is said will be heard by Syl as well.
I hope she doesn't get annoyed with hearing this many messages all the time.
I'm sure she has a way to like tune
Mute?
it out if need be.
Oh, mute button.
Yeah, Percy has a big button.
Mute
Switched all the way to
conversation.
Syl.
And she's just like,
You hear
yes.
So
she
where
does.
are you all having this conversation at? Are you guys below deck, on top deck? Where?
I'd be below deck,
Okay.
in, like mess hall area-ish.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
what day? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What day is it? Like what? How many
Fourth
days?
day.
4th day. Okay.
Yeah. Over the ocean.
Just a quick clarifying question about the elephant. I have to actively, like, it won't happen if I, like, drop the
No,
elephant, right?
you have to like
Okay.
throw it.
I just
It's
wanted to
Throw
make
it on purpose.
It's an action.
Okay.
It's an action.
I
You
just
throw it.
wanted to make sure.
Oops, I dropped that.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fucking.
That'd be the worst camping ending ever. You guys just on the Hellcat.
Just wanted to clarify.
At with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Actually.
So You all are in the because basically this dining room is set up for you guys. It's like it's like I said, it's like a meeting room, but it's been set up as a dining room for you all during your travels. You're in the 4th night. Is there anything else you guys would like to do tonight?
I'm gonna pull Percy aside really quick.
Okay.
Can I talk to you in private for just a minute?
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna grab her hand and pull her away from everybody into an area far, far away from people's.
You can't get that far away from people
Well,
on the ship. As best you can.
As best I can,
Yeah.
where we are not going to be easily overheard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Dorian was flirting with me, but I'm not really sure, and I don't know how to tell.
What makes you think he was flirting with you?
He said he wanted to show me around when we get to where are we going? Havermont? And maybe give me a drink or something? Stuff. I got really red and then had to leave.
So yes, I would say that qualifies as flirting.
Okay.
It's a bit more overt than flirting. He's asking you out on a date. I know. Oh, you've never actually been on one of those. Oh, great. I'm a really shitty friend. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
So
You've been a really good friend so far.
do you like him?
I don't. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's nice and he's funny and.
Okay, I'm not. Do you want to spend more time with him?
Okay, so you know how I get when I get nervous about things? I've been like that around him for 4 days.
So that's a yes.
I don't know how to make it stop.
It's not a bad thing. Why don't you just tell him? Just take him up on his drink offer. Go out on the town, have a drink, or 7, or
I don't
10.
even know how long we're gonna be in town. It's just a resupply.
It's enough for a drink. We can grab the drinks and bring them back.
Who's art? Oh yeah, you're never.
Yeah, no, I'm
Look, you don't stress out about it. If you like him and you want to spend more time with him, then do it. And if you don't, then don't. You don't feel pressured just because he's being nice to you.
No, I don't feel that way at all.
Okay.
This does not usually get that kind of attention, and I really don't know what to do with that.
Enjoy it.
Okay.
Just let it happen.
Okay.
So as you guys are having this conversation, all you suddenly hear a bell ringing on the top deck.
Do we know what that is?
Emergency bell?
Sounds like
Running up.
Sounds like an emergency bell.
We're going
Okay, running up.
As you guys start to head up, does everyone head up to the top deck?
Yes.
Okay. As you all start to head up to the top deck, you hear 2 more bells.
Well,
From the other ships.
Each ringing from the other ships that are side by side to you.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to send Phantom out in Falcon form
In Falcon form.
to see, to maybe see what's going on.
Okay, so as you do that, as you're getting towards the top deck, you see the whole crew of the Hellcat running to basically either side of the ship.
Okay.
And you see them pointing. You hear someone out. You hear someone out. 2 incoming, 2 incoming, and then a few kind of run back down. And as you send Phantom out, that's when you see in the moonlight, you see 2 large airships coming up from beneath, and they're heading straight towards the Percheron and the Typhoon.
Oh shit. Unexpected, yes. I'm assuming.
Now, are we aware that there
Oh,
are
those are
only
big.
14?
You see 2
Holy shit balls!
ships coming at
Oh
your
lord.
other ships. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Woohoo!
That sucks.
Oh!
God.
not great.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
So that guy is now in dice jail.
At least I have +4 now. But yeah.
I have +0.
How do you have 0 initiative?
My dex is 0.
She's real good.
I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
She's not
She's a
dexterous.
spellcaster. She doesn't need dexterity.
Nope, she needs charisma.
All
Yeah,
right.
lots of.
So,
So charismatic.
So very, very much. That's why she's so squishy.
Yeah, I'm also super squishy. I have lots of HP.
Yeah, but also remember that your monk in a shell is also super squishy.
you don't say.
Don't
Really?
forget you have your cloak
Yes, I know.
and your goggles.
And I was still like almost died several times with that.
Ooh, I have a new cloak too. It doesn't do shit, but it looks cool.
Mine can flap in the
Your
wind.
horns can fit
Yes.
through.
You're gonna in not the
So,
wind.
and the way you guys have been explaining things on the ship, things that you've learned so far, is that these crystals are destructible. So are the ballista. The crystals are the most important things that need to be defended, because without them, you guys go down.
Yeah.
All right. So let me roll some initiatives real quick for the good guys.
The other ship.
That's garbage.
Shit, fuck hell.
Yep.
How's the weather looking? Ooh,
Yeah,
good
how's
question. What kind of
It
weather
is
is it?
clear.
Oh.
That storm is still to the south of you.
I don't think he's ever making that same
And it's
mistake
gotten a
now.
little closer. There's a storm, looks like a storm's heading your way, but it's clear.
Yeah, we're never gonna see a
So
storm again.
you're saying
Yeah.
it's not freezing out.
It's cold. You're up high, but it's not freezing.
Don't have flight speed.
Stephanie.
It's a valid concern.
Guys.
No, I don't like the look of your face.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. All right. 15 to, I'm sorry, 2025.
We gonna die.
We're gonna die.
You're all gonna die.
All right, 15 to 20.
We're definitely gonna die.
Oh.
Oh man.
Okay. Right.
You told us to roll initiative. You didn't say roll well.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought.
It goes without saying. Apparently, it needs to be said. What did I say?
Guys, this is.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's
fuck.
fine. It's
We are
fine.
fucked
It's
sideways.
fine. No, it's fine. We're fine. God damn it, we're
Sounds so
fine.
awful.
All right.
Yep, yep.
10 to 15.
14.
14?
11.
11.
Also
Okay.
11. Nick.
I heard you. So, you said 14?
No, she has 14.
I have 14.
14, 11, 11.
Yes.
Okay. What's your dex?
1.
2.
Okay. Alright, guys.
This might be a close call, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
This is.
This is when I'm just really glad we have allies.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Especially with dinbag ass motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know those have full groups.
Alright. 5 to 10.
6.
You two rolled under 5.
Yep.
Shit.
Alright, what'd you guys roll?
3.
4.
Oh my goodness.
Just too busy fiddling with the ring. Still. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Percy.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Zan, can you hear me?
All of us can hear you.
Are you sure? Luel, can you hear me? Lasara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We're about to do battle, so. What? Oh shit!
Alright, got them. Got them. Where are they? Got them. Alright, guys, and then I have, I'm gonna make sure I got everyone on here. I got the ships. And that's why. There we go. Alright, so to start. Obviously, it's their turn.
Yeah.
So,
Really? Are you sure?
as you see these two massive ships coming up from underneath, and they're both heading straight for the Percheron and the Typhoon. You notice that each ship has this massive buttressed ram on the front, on the bow of the ship. And each one just rams into the two ships that are protecting you.
Oh fuck.
And when it rams, does 16d10 damage.
What?
Oh my.
Well, we don't have gardens anymore, guys.
We're about to find out. These ships have a lot of HP. So, yeah.
16d6 is a lot of damage.
So the question though is, do they hit any of the ballista, and if so, do they explode and damage the ships
They do not.
ramming into them?
They do not.
Darn it.
So, they deal 98 damage to each ship.
Did you say to each ship?
Yes.
All three. Wait, what?
No, to the two ships
No,
they hit.
to the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
these two on the sides.
So, they like I said, they're each pretty hefty, so they're not going down or anything, but they definitely take some pretty big damage.
Oh, God.
Alright, so you see the two ships crash into the ships below, and basically the rams that are on the front of each ship kind of just buckle from the impact and essentially kind of fall off and become useless. The rams are damaged beyond repair, so that they can't be used in the fight. But this is the point where you do see that each ship is manned by crews.
Who the fuck snitched?
So, that was the whole point of this mission.
Yeah.
To see who the fuck snitched.
Wait, and who was it that was told about our ships?
The royal family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the rules.
The
I have
Viscount.
something that can be used
And
until
Dorn.
Zane comes
Oh,
in.
that Viscount bitch. Ooh, that Dorn bitch. Dude, what if the entire time he was just like this ultra evil, like
sleeper
inside?
agent?
Yes, sleeper
Secret
agent.
agent man.
Do you have your Percy mini?
him. What?
Yeah. Close enough.
Where do you guys want to be on ship?
I'm at the bow of the ship.
At the bow. Thank you for using correct terminology. Like where?
I mean, it's, I don't know, wherever. Right there's fine.
Right where
Cool.
she would be an easy target for everything.
Cool. So, where you guys at on the ship?
I'd be between those two ballista near the crystal on the side towards me.
Here?
Whatever side that is.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go towards one of the ballista that isn't manned by either Herodi or Spoofy. So
Well, each ballista is manned. Some of the crew have taken up the ballista themselves. But if
Okay.
you want to take a ballista, you can.
sure, I'll take up a ballista.
Okay. Which one?
Whatever, I don't care. That's fine.
You're there. Alright.
I will try to remain somewhere central where I can cast on all of them.
Here?
That works.
Well, also me remaining central because yeah.
I will take up a ballista.
Alright.
And melee gets blessed immediately for the record.
My
Yay!
turn yet.
Damn it! I can't just be like,
Nope.
Put it there for
well, it was
when
worth a shot.
Nope. Alright. And then you see Each ship.
How many people can you put bless on? 3?
Okay.
Because I always end up getting left out, and I always end up having to use melee.
So you see,
It's so
Yes, sir.
cute.
Thank you.
They're
so
little mice
on
with
either
little
ship,
fingers.
right on the bow, you see what looks like to be the captains of the ships. And you see that each one is a red-skinned tiefling with wings coming out of their back.
Bastards.
Would this trigger any memories about who
Make a
my
history check.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
distracted by the fact that we're so high up.
Alright. Yellow and brown are these assholes. Okay. And then there are also multiple guys that are manning the ballistas. Alright? So where there's a ballista, there's someone on it, basically. Okay? Alright. So, that being said, next up is the bad guys.
Of course. Because why not?
Right? Because we all rolled like sheep.
Alright.
How many people are on each of the other ships?
Lots. Probably
Well, I mean
close-
our ships.
Oh, on your ships?
Yeah, like the two that are
They're
guarding
smaller
us.
crews. But the Percheron has enough for each. There's a captain, and there's one person for each ballista.
Okay.
Same thing for the Typhoon.
Okay.
Alright. So, that
So
being
our
said.
boat has the most
Yes, it
crew.
does.
Okay.
By far. And each of these ships are now, like, basically attached to the other ships. When that happens, you notice that these two guys run up to the front on each ship. They look like to be dressed in dark robes. And they're carrying like light swords and hand crossbows. So it's yellow and brown. This guy. These guys run up, and they immediately take their hand crossbows and they start shooting people that are on the other ships. Just. Okay. And you see two people, one person at each ship, just fall dead. Hand crossbow bolt in their chest. Guys. That brings us to the next round of bad guys. These guys move up to the front, and they pull short bows out, eyeing you guys on the ship, actually seeing Nasara up on top of the castle up there. They're gonna start taking aim at you.
See, you should have seen
Try me, bitch!
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Longbows. So,
Don't try me, bitch.
first attack is an 11 to hit.
Misses.
Second attack from purple over here is a 17 to hit.
Fuck.
You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And then from orange on the other side of the ship, that's a 18 to hit.
Yep.
7 points of damage. Second attack is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, so they run to the front of their ships and they each take 2 shots at Unisar because you're up, horns out and everything, and you are damaged via their bows.
Okie dokie. Wait, D&D just froze on me, and it erased all my damage that I just did. So, what's the damage again? Can you
It
tell
was
me?
7 and 6, I think.
It was 5 piercing.
5 and 7, right? 12?
Okay, so 4.
Yeah, 12.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause it's
okay.
right there.
Cool, thank you.
Alright. So, that brings us to the Despater, which these 4 ballista are going to turn and they're going to aim right at the 3 crystals in the middle of the Percheron. First one's a natural 1, doesn't hit, bounces right off. 2 misses. Here we go. The first crystal gets hit. And is dealt 15 points of damage. And then last attack, natural 20.
Oh.
That's also on the first crystal. 13. Oh, it's 12. 25. 35, 44, 50 points of damage.
Fuck.
So as these bolts crash into the first crystal, you see it start to spark and start to crack. Last attack. That was nope, just 4. That hits. All right, so that's that. I can't believe you guys did this bad. All right. So next up, we have priests.
We still haven't even hit our 14?
Nope.
Yeah, God.
No, I rolled really good for initiative. These priests move up to the front, and you see them. Each one is going to take a shot at a guiding bolt at each of the crystals in the front of the Hellcat. That's first one. Is an 18 to hit. I'm sorry, 16 to hit. It hits. With guiding bolt. That is 46 radiant damage.
Oh my lord.
8, 13, 16 points of damage on that crystal. And then on the second one on that crystal, yeah, it's a 15 to hit. It's just that's the armor class
On our ship?
on your ship for the crystals. 9, 10, 14. That's okay. So yeah, now both crystals have been hit by this divine energy, and they both start to glow. There's like a glow around them. The next attacks on them have advantage. Let's see who's going next.
Is it our turn yet?
Nope.
What? How no?
We rolled really
You guys rolled
badly.
really shitty.
We rolled really
That's
badly.
And there's a lot of people in this battle.
Yes, there are. Thankfully, the next round of people that get to go are the ones that are managing the ballista on the ships. So they're not doing anything as of yet. They have to wait until the ship's in line for them to make their shots. That brings us to the Percheron. They get to go first. With the ballista that are on there, they're going to turn up and they're going to fire at the Spader. It's natural 18. Hits. 10 damage. I'm sorry, 8 damage.
First
11.
time to watch Nick play for himself.
I get to sit already.
Yeah, you know.
You guys rolled really shitty.
It's like playing chess by yourself.
Yeah, that's really what this is right now, guys. Alright, and then the Percheron gets to go. Same thing. It's going to take a shot. Actually, that should be times 3. So that's 13. 13 times 3 is...
39.
Thank you.
And what damage did the ballista do?
For these two ships, they do 3d8.
Well, no, for like the one
3d12.
3d12 for you guys.
3d12?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And
with
then-
that
Huh?
question.
Yeah.
So I know that our ship is powered by this arcane energies
Mhm.
and whatnot. Are all of the airships powered? Like, what would Davin have told me that?
Yeah, they're all powered by their own arcane, but the ones on the Percheron and the Typhoon are created by something that they know and understand.
Okay, so those other ships would have the same thing.
Yes, as far as you can tell. Yes. All right, Typhoon gets to go. It hit. It did damage to Zariel. Let me finally get to you guys. Finally. I think.
Linda, Ella, and later.
All right.
5,000 yards later.
Yes, we will.
Alright, so 2,000 yards later. Luella would like to use a new spell.
Ooh, okay.
Luella would like
it
to
fireball?
use. No.
I also want to use a new spell.
Luella would like to use conjure animals.
Ooh.
Okay. Bear with me as I look at conjuring animals.
Termites.
Because this is one of those fucking
So
ones where
there's debate.
DM's gonna have to have our list prepared, blah 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 blah.
So there's debate online.
Mm-hmm.
3/4 of the DMs feel that the player should be able to choose their animals. The other 1/4 of them that are left say to give them the rating, and then they choose the animal. Are you a kind DM?
No, yeah, it would be the animals that you
Cool beans.
choose. There's
So
a whole list on the spell here on D&D Beyond.
I already have mine prepared.
Okay.
So I would like to conjure 8 giant owls.
Nice!
Okay.
Nice!
So 8 giant owls, and where do they go?
To the fuckboys on.
Over here.
Boys.
For there. Disperse.
4 and 4.
My
Okay.
apologies.
Fucking the fuckboys. Alright,
Heck
great.
yeah, fuckboys.
We're gonna fuck up the fuckboys.
Yep.
Alright, so go ahead and roll initiative for me.
I was their eyeballs.
Actually, to make it easy, they're gonna go on your initiative.
Cool beans.
Because
Alright.
You sure you don't want to give them
And
higher
giving
initiative?
them commands is not an action.
No.
So can I tell them what to do?
Yeah.
Yes. I would like to tell them to attack. Just
Pack out their
Attack the
eyeballs.
fuckboys.
yes.
So they're gonna go attack each one of the 4.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
One on each one.
Yes.
Okay.
All
I need
8.
you to roll 8 attacks.
Go for the eyeballs.
So we're gonna go from the bandit captains on down.
Alright. And that's
Ooh.
right. So. Ooh, we have a natural 20.
Woo!
We have a.
So we'll start that off from first. Natural 20. Okay.
We have a 18.
Hits.
We have a 13.
So that would be bandit captain down to priest hits. 13 you said?
Yeah.
Spy hits.
And then we have a 7.
7 misses.
Yes, I figured as much. Alright. So that is 26. Oh, but I get you double. Yeah.
Damn it, you hit the natural 20.
Alright. So we got 13 points of damage
Okay.
for the first one. We have 7 points of damage for the second one. And we have 7 points of damage for the third one.
And which ship was that attack? That's this
Oh, that
one?
was that.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, should have kept it.
Yep.
Alright, so we have a non-natural 20.
Okay. Hits.
We have a 17.
Hits.
We have a 14.
Hits. Just hits. Barely.
And then we have a 12.
Fuck you. All hit. All right.
We have 5 for the first. We have 8 for the second. We have 5 for the third.
Oh, weird.
And we have 9 for the last one.
All right. Great. So your owls fly out,
And just
And
wreak
start-
fucking havoc.
and
Yeah.
you see these 4. What the fuck?
Yeah. Plus, they don't have attacks of opportunity taken upon them. So,
Ooh, nice.
they're
Alright.
free to move about.
Is that your turn?
That is Luel's turn.
Okay. Zan.
Alright, so that ballista that I'm standing at,
Mm-hmm.
it's primed and ready to go, right?
Yes, it is.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot at fuckboy numero uno, right there up front.
Is that the pink?
Fuckboy pink. All right.
Fuck the
Yes.
boy in the pink.
Roll an attack.
Fuck that
and
pink
just add your
boy.
dex.
Fuck him in the pink.
Oh! Love it!
You would.
8. It fires over his head.
Okay,
Oh,
how
that
many
sucks.
attacks do I have left on that ballista?
That was your only.
There was only one attack on that ballista?
Yeah, you gotta fucking reload the thing. It's your bonus action.
Okay.
Giant
It's a
crossbow.
giant bolt.
Is there anything else I fucking do here? Hang on just a second. You know what? I'm going to pull out my axe and light that bitch up as
Still
my
on my
bonus
back.
action.
Okay.
And then I'm
So
gonna...
pretty.
Somebody take a picture of that.
I know. We need a
Snapchat.
picture. We're gonna
Okay.
picture that later.
Percy.
You look like a Snapchat filter.
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that the bow of that ship is within 60 feet of me?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon right there.
All right. You cast spiritual weapon. And it goes here.
Cheese.
Okay. And who's it gonna attack?
Purple.
So purple is a guy in like the dark robes with the hand crossbows.
Yes.
Okay. Roll attack. With your bonus action.
19.
Hits.
I have one of those.
Oh.
Oh, motherfucking son of...
What'd you?
That's 4 points.
4 points of damage.
Yes.
All right.
She's over one.
So now you have your action.
Yes. So I'm going to cast Bless on the usual people.
The frontliners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zan, Raksha,
Didn't
and...
you already cast Bless?
No.
No, she
Well,
wouldn't let me.
She was trying to out of initiative.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, it's worth casting. Anyways, there's a spiritual weapon there, and y'all have Bless. Congratulations.
Yay!
Thank you. That could have
Who does?
helped me
Who all
like
has those?
2 minutes ago.
Them 3.
Oh, okay.
I know, we give up down.
Hang on, next round. I couldn't use 2 bonus
well,
actions.
I could have put myself far away from people. So
All right.
that's my bad.
After is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, so this guy is going to move 5. He's going to jump 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. On his way through there, he's going to take a swipe at the guy in the ballista on that side of the ship. Actually missing his first attack. And the same fucking roll with the second attack. You. Alright. Oh, he gets 3 attacks with his dagger. Offhand strike.
Misses again.
Hey, you know what? We needed some luck over
two
here.
twos
Come on.
and a 3.
Yeah, come on. We needed a little bit of a break.
Mr.
Okay.
All of my guys get
We don't
initiative
need to
first.
taste the pain boat every time we
I
turn around.
rolled the
Nick.
initiative just like you. So yeah, he misses. But it looks like he's moving his way towards you guys. And then same thing happens on the other side of the ship with... He jumps down. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's actually gonna... 20, 25, that's 20. And then he's gonna leap. And make a dex check flying out of the crystal.
Question though, are there not people at every single one of those ballista?
There are... Well, trust me. They're gonna get attack opportunity on him.
Okay.
He don't give a fuck. He jumps across, and the people on the ballistas, that's a miss. On the first one, they take it, that's a natural 1. They swipe with their swords at him. All of a sudden I'm rolling like shit. But that's what he gets. And he's gonna pull a dagger out of his belt, and he is going to throw it at Zan. 14?
Fucking hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Dagger sticks into your side. now it's the smaller ship's turn. It's going to take its turn not attacking, but moving.
Of course.
And it's going to get to a broadside.
Fun stuff.
Yoon.
I can't see because of things, but is that the only crystal on the
It's the
ship?
only crystal on that ship.
Cool, shooting at that.
Okay, roll an attack. And add your dex modifier to it. No proficiency, just your dex.
Yeah. 15.
15, that just hits.
Yeah. Thank goodness. And that was 3d12?
3d12.
Cool. I was hoping these are decent. These are 12s, right? Yes. Nice. 28.
28 points of.
Damn.
So that would be. Alright. So the bolt flies out. Did you light it on fire?
Yes.
That's 3d6 on top of it, too.
Ooh.
So you've used one of the uses for the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like aiming for the
Also
other crystal
really
is a good
good.
time to
13.
use that.
13.
So I feel like aiming for the other crystal is a good time to use that.
Yeah. Especially because there's only one on that ship, so yeah.
Alright. Next up, because you all are at the bottom of the initiative order, Raksha.
I'm going to rage.
Yes, you do.
And so would firing the ballista take my whole turn?
Your whole action.
My whole action. Okay.
But they're getting fired by other people on the
That's
ship,
true.
even if we don't use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is a dude on our ship now.
I was gonna say there's an enemy. Yeah.
that you can go smack.
You know what though? If I hit him with Eldritch Blast, he falls 10 feet. So hopefully, if I knock him back 10 feet, he'll just fall.
Sorry, D&D Beyond throws.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
I'm going to throw a javelin at the dude on the typhoon.
Okay.
And is blessed just for attack or is it attacking damage?
It's just that.
Oh, I totally forgot to add my blast too.
That he hit anyway.
So yeah.
It's fine.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me all the monies. Okay. Roll the advantage. Just the d20. And add your dex modifier.
Add my dex.
Oh wait, no, it's your javelin. Never. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
okay.
Did you add the bless?
She did.
Mhm.
Wait, that might 13.
13. As it comes right at him, he just moves out of the way. Goes past. You still have that second attack.
Yeah.
With the javelin.
Let's throw another javelin at him. Can I use an inspiration die on that?
Yep.
You need to use a different d20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to jail.
Yeah, she rolled a 1, a 5, and a 3.
That's just not
Oh, now is it?
So that's 17.
Hits.
Okay. That was javelin. Okay. That's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
That's going to end my turn.
Okay. And your turn. Perfect. Nasara.
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on the
Okay.
fucker.
Roll attack.
Uh, 16 plus 8.
Yeah, hits. Is there a save to get pushed back, or is it?
No, it just gets pushed back. 10
Okay.
feet.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Because-
he gets knocked the fuck back.
And you see this. Actually, no. Do roll damage.
I roll 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay. Because as you push him back again, this is a tiefling. As you push him back off the ship, his wings flare out,
Oh, mother-
and he catches himself.
Motherfucker! Can I get two attacks with Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Can I? I'm gonna. Is he within sight? Can I see him enough to
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
him again?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's still flying.
Nice. 16 plus 8 again.
Yeah, hits.
Fuck. 6 points of damage.
Points of damage.
good. It's still something.
Alright, and it pushes him back another 10 feet, and he kind of up against the hull of the perch run now. You hit him twice. He's done. He's hurt for sure.
Okay. Can I would also like to move. Where are the crystal? Are the crystals like below decks or? Okay.
They're
on the side of the ship.
on the side of the ship.
Oh boy. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't go to those then. I'm so squishy. I don't know what to do. I feel like we're just kind of surrounded. You know what? I'll just stay there. It's fine.
Okay.
Maybe want to duck or something?
I don't really know.
Well, you could move to the middle of the ship so that you're not.
Are there? Yeah. I'll just move closer to you guys. So back, maybe like 15
So
feet.
5, 10, 15,
Sure.
20,
Sure.
25. Okay.
Sure.
Cool. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, it's the Hellcat's turn. Because you're level 1 on this fucking initiative.
Oh man.
It's gonna, since it can take 2 shots on either side, it's gonna take 3 shots at the Spader, this ship over here, and then 2 shots at the ship over here. Natural 20 on that one.
Yes!
That's fucking 60, 12.
Nice.
16, 20, 10, 36 points of damage, plus the d6s.
Nice. So 66. Sheesh. That's awesome.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. So it's 42 points of damage on that fucker. Okay. Do math here. There we go. Okay. And then 2 shots to the ship. Oh, they'll die. Nope, misses. The bolts miss. Natural 3. Cool. So, that's the end of the initiative order. Back up to the top.
Oh gosh.
Oh, goody.
I know. So we'll check back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of. So how much you like to do?
So,
Yeah.
do the owls get the attacks opportunity, right?
They don't get.
They don't get?
Well, they
No, I
can't
mean,
have
they-
them on them. That's all it states. But
They
can't.
But yeah,
can't-
so
they
we
can
can-
take them. Though.
Yeah.
So if
Okay,
somebody
so they
leaves the
I guess
owls
so,
area, yeah.
Oh, then would I have gotten my 2 fuckboys over here too?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll attack.
Ooh, a 15 and a non-natural 20.
Wait, there's only one guy that moved.
No,
No, there
the
was 2 of them.
One
Okay.
on each side.
So yeah, both hit.
The one that's flying and the one that's standing like a douche.
Right, we got 8 on the first one. Ooh, and we got 11 on the second one.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Now the 3 over here are gonna start taking attacks on your owls. What's their HP?
19.
19? That's bullshit.
What's their AC?
Yeah, AC I think is
Yeah.
So
And that's just because I took the HP that was in
Natural
here. I
one.
didn't roll for him.
no, you're fine.
I could have rolled up to 30 for him.
So the second one hits. That's 5 points of damage on one of them. 6 points of damage on the second one over here. And then over here, miss. A natural 18. That's only 3 points of damage. It's a hit. 19. I'm sorry, 9 points of damage. And then a miss.
2.
That's their turns there.
2.
So they're not even fighting us; they're fighting the owls
Yeah.
now.
Yay.
They're
I
pissed.
love that
Hey,
spell.
that is
When you're
fine.
dealing with big numbers, like
Yeah, that is
comes
totally
in.
fine.
Yeah. By the way, good choice.
Yeah.
So, the Despader gets to go. The 4 ballista on the front turn and aim at that now glowing crystal.
Wait, the one on
The front,
on our ship?
the front right.
Oh, I know on the other
That's
ship.
glowing because of the spells that cast them earlier. So they have
And it's only the
advantage.
first attack, right?
Yes, not all 4 of the ballistas get advantage.
So that is a 17 to hit.
Which hits?
Yeah.
So that's 12, 23 points of damage on that crystal.
Oof. Guys, we're going down.
Yep.
And then on that crystal, natural 19 to hit. 12, 16 points of damage. Alright. 8, attacking. Alright, now. Yeah, they're attacking on there. Alright, so now that leaves us to the Pertron. Who
Do we
is.
still have those 2 crystals?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Alright.
damaged, but they're still up. Pertron's gonna take more shots at Spader. Natural 19.
God dang.
So this here. 3d8. 16. 19. That gives us 33. 40 points of damage to the Spader. Alright. Typhoon gets to go. It sees this ship line up for some shots, and it's going to take an attack on that ship. Misses. Horribly misses. Well,
Yes. Well, first off, fire my pretties. Right. We've got. What's the. What's the lowest AC?
now go. So let's go by order. So go. Give me your first one.
So we have a 4.
Misses.
We have a 10.
Misses.
We have another 10.
Misses.
And we have a 9.
Misses.
Alright, so the other 4 owls.
On this side.
Alright. Oh, we have a natural 20.
Okay, that hits.
Nice.
We have a non-natural 20.
Hits.
We have a 15.
Hits.
And we have a 14.
Hits.
Nice.
4 hits. There's a natural 20 on there. Very nice.
Alright, so we got 11 on the first one.
But is that the natural 20?
Yes.
Okay.
We have 10 on the second one. We have 7 on the third one. And we have 7 on the last one.
Great. Alright, now what does Luell do?
And now Luell. Luell is looking for a non-concentration spell. Luell is going to use Ice Knife.
Ice knife.
Ice Knife.
Okay.
Ice.
At this dude.
Okay.
Ass knife.
Yeah.
That too.
How would that work?
I don't know.
It only attacks acid?
In prison.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, let's go
Alright.
with that one.
So I have to read that.
So your owls are now being referred to as murder floof
Mm-hmm.
in chat.
Murder floofs.
Alright, so that's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Oh.
Damn it. Points of damage.
Points of damage. I love spells. Alright, is that your turn?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Zan.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
That's it. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Thank you.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna do something really fucking stupid.
What is that stupid thing?
I am going to rage,
Okay.
and then I am going to move. This
Where?
is so dumb. Alright.
Remember that you can shoot ballistas with chains.
15, 20, 25,
30 will get you to the edge.
30, 40.
No, that would if that you could
Is
get
that
across.
45?
You could get across
Alright.
if you jump.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right, make an athletics check for me.
Bitch, if
Advantage
you
because you're
fall.
raging.
Fucking natural 20.
Okay.
And I didn't even need the advantage.
So you land all the way over there. As you run up, jump over the railing, leap off the cracked crystal, and land through the little gnomish form of your giant axe on the perch rock.
My giant flaming axe!
Mm-hmm.
And, oh dear God. I'm gonna free action scream at those guys.
Okay. Your rage drops.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's alright because I can bring that bitch. Well, hang on, wait a minute.
You have to attack or be attacked.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Oh, well, I can bring it up later.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Percy.
Question. What happened to my spiritual weapon? Is it
It's
still, is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay, good.
On the disfigure. That's a disfigure, right?
Well then, we're gonna bonus action attack.
Okay. Roll an attack.
That works. 17 plus 6.
Yeah, hits.
And that's that one. It's 10 points.
10 points of damage. He falls dead.
Oh yeah, fuck you,
As your
bitch.
scythe
down.
swoops down and hooks him and flings him off of the ship.
Mwahaha. First enemy.
Now your action.
Damn concentration spells. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, it's within 60 feet. Yeah, we're gonna cast Toll the Dead on the one that's flying.
Okay, so wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Fails. He's damaged.
Oh, that's nice. That's going to be 11 necrotic damage. No, sorry.
Yeah, it's 2, right?
yeah.
12. He's damaged. So what's on
12 necrotic damage.
total?
Yeah.
I love those ones. Alright, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Now it's the captain's turn. She's 2 tieflings. He's gonna get attack opportunity against your fucking owl, and she's gonna fly over, seeing as you're the one controlling those.
18?
Hits.
5.
5 points of damage. And as he flies over, he lands in front of you and he looks up and he starts to, as he stands, he's almost as tall as you are. And he says, "The 7th house is calling you slave," and he's going to take 3 attacks against you.
Oh, what a bitch. We'll kill you for that.
First attack's natural 1.
Woo! Natural 1? Woo! Natural 2?
Other side of the spectrum.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Not poo. I take back my poo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, ow.
15 points of damage.
Turns to ow.
And you make a constitution saving throw.
19.
19.
Yay.
The owl stay. He pulls a dagger out of his belt and takes a swing at you.
How many was that first one?
15. And the second attack, or the last attack, third attack, is a 15 to hit.
Damn it.
Hits. You take 6 points of damage. Con saving throw again for me, please.
Bye, owls.
Owls
Damn it!
lose concentration.
Frack.
And that was 6, you said?
What would you roll? Total. for the con saving throw.
No, I was asking for the damage.
No, would you roll for the con saving throw?
1.
Well, oh, yeah, okay. So this one, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's gonna get right here, still in the air, and he's gonna take his 3 attacks against you, Raksha. To miss. With an 8.
Yeah.
Second attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Meets beats.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage. Does not get halved.
Aww.
And then the last attack's with the dagger. That is 13.
Yeah.
Misses. So the longsword appears to be magical. Alright, that's their turn. Zariel is going to take its attack on this crystal, which is going to be 5 ballista attacks. That's fucking 15 just hits. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Levitons with a $5 donation. You shouldn't call Luell a slave. It's rude.
Damn right.
Okay. So that crystal takes 89 points of damage.
Fucking
Oh goddamn. Oh goddamn, you guys. We're in trouble.
And as it does, it cracks. It's still up and running, but you start to feel that the ship start to list a little bit to the left and to the front. It's still, it's not looking good, but it's still working. All right. Yoon.
Shooting at the crystal again.
That one? Okay.
Yep. Adding the blessing this time since I remember. Oh, 10.
Misses. It hits it and bounces off. There's no damage.
Frick.
The fire, I'm assuming you're wanting to shoot a fire bolt. Second
Yeah,
one's
I
gone.
probably would have.
Yep, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, Because do we have? Where are the crystals for reloading?
They're in the lower deck.
So nobody would have brought them up or anything?
They don't want a bunch of crystals on one spot.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that ballista on that side, can this hit this ship?
On what side? Over here.
That one.
Yes, it can.
That can hit that ship?
Yep.
Okay.
But there's somebody on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll just stay where I am then, I guess.
Okay.
Would I be able to, like, throw a dart or something at the person on the ship? Even though I have the 2 attack?
It's offhand attack, so you have to make a melee attack, and then you can do the second attack with your offhand.
Because when we talked about the crossbow, I'd be able to shoot, reload, and then bonus as a dart.
You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, go ahead.
Okay. It's probably not going to hit anyhow. Oh, natural 20! Nice!
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. So yeah, roll
It's
your
a
damage.
dart, so it's not like it does a whole lot.
That's a good one.
Well, hey, I mean,
Damage is damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 ones! So that's 6 piercing damage.
All right. So a little dart sticks
my
in this
God.
tiefling's.
Yeah. Right in the joint! Come on. Yeah.
Raksha.
I'm gonna attack green guy with my great axe.
Roll an attack.
That's an 18 on the die.
nice.
What's the total hit?
19, 26.
26. That hits. You now have something you can use.
19 points of damage.
Alright. So you strike into him, and as you strike him, he falls down to his knees as you kind of cut him out of the sky, down to the ground. As he starts to stand back up, you see blood just pooling from his mouth. As he stands up and he's getting ready to attack you. Go ahead.
Number 2. 17, 24.
24 hits. How do you want to do this?
I want to take his legs off at the knees.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus.
We are brutal as fuck.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh
We are some mean bitches if you fuck
I
with
know,
us.
right? Especially
Ooh,
call a little
athletics.
slave.
Right.
Fuck that
22.
shit.
22. So you swing and as he just falls to the ground as blood just you see him, he's just like "Ah!" for a minute as he sees that his legs just bleeding out.
Damn
Damn
right,
right,
pain.
bitches.
Yeah.
Dude, like, Raksha, throw him on top of the crystal. See if he shields it a little bit.
Yeah. Can I take a reaction through this mountain? Reaction. Meat shield.
No, that's not throwing a body's not a free action.
Is spitting
tried.
on him a free action?
Sure.
I'm gonna spit on him.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. I like how far you're spitting on him from. Like,
Oh, is it the other dude?
Yeah, over here.
No, I thought it was the one who called me a
No.
slave.
Nasara.
You should still spit on the other
I'm gonna do witch bolt
On
on the guy I attacked earlier. That tiefling, the dude right there, blue.
okay.
How's he looking?
Not very good.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. 13 plus 8.
It hits.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Oh shit! I also want to hex someone too. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah, sure. How do you want to do this?
Fuck yeah, cool.
He has 6 HP. So actually, you go ahead and roll, just in case.
Okay.
All
I'll
ones.
roll my 3d12 and 1d6.
Yay!
Oh shit! That's 22, 27, 28 points of damage. He just disintegrates.
Everything except his legs are gone.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
two legs of blood. Yeah.
Yes. Just Percy could run some experiments, see if she could Frankenstein those legs on. I mean, they're both dead already.
Is that your turn,
anyway.
Musara?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need some legs for your dick army?
So,
We just made them mobile.
Hellcat's gonna take its turn again. It's gonna take 3 shots against the Dispater. Miss horribly, and then 2 shots against Zariel. Just
We need to go
misses.
ogre hunting.
So, you're back up on the top of the initiative order. All of a sudden, from the underdeck of each ship, you see 8 more people come running out onto
Naturally.
the top deck of their ships. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Damn it!
It's a tentacle.
It's okay. We're doing. Actually, you know what? I don't want to I don't want to tempt the universe.
8 per ship?
But we're
8 per ship.
Yep, okay.
8 more per ship.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, yep,
And will they be rolling initiative as well?
They're already on the initiative order.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
They
Cool.
will, yeah.
Come back next week and maybe watch us die.
Yeah.
No. Don't say that.
They rolled a
Watch us
16 on
kick
their
ass.
initiative, so
Yes.
they're above most of you. No, they're above all of you.
I do have a question real quick. So, the spells that I cast from my prayer beads, since they're being cast from the prayer beads, like, I still have to maintain concentration on them, or...
Oh shit.
Somebody just did a thing. Maverick.
This is the thing. Maverick Wolf subscribed for 5 months. Since it's the end of the channel, the end of the show, rather. No.
The end of the channel.
Announcement, guys.
Huge announcement.
Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.
Tune back in next week.
To watch more combat.
The rest of whatever this is going to be.
Death to us all.
They think they're doing well.
No, we don't.
No,
Anyway.
we're fucked.
He thinks he's doing well.
Tune in on Sunday for Natural One, the next episode of Natural One.
5 p.m. Arizona time.
Thank you. And Monday for the Ministries with Danny. And we're
Woo! 1 p.m. Arizona time on Mondays.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then again, next week, we'll catch you right back here on Crit Chicks. Anything else? What's it got?
We will be rating a friend of ours who is a cast member of someone we might be doing some contributing with, or rather story stuff.
A friend.
Sorry.
We're
Yes.
we're transferring you over to Friends.
We're transferring.
So-
That's better.
So
We're
go
gonna go with that.
Have fun,
Tell
guys.
them that we sent you. They're great.
Yes. So we're going to hey Bree, and just make a lot of noise. Let her know we sent you. Hang around. She's great. If not, come back and watch the rerun of tonight's episode.
Woo!
All right, guys.
Thank you
See you later.
guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Love you.